good. I'm also trying this out too. I tried it a little bit yesterday. I tried to start streaming on Twitter again.
Yeah, that's what I've been.
I saw you on Twitter yesterday, Smitty. Yeah, I don't know how to comment or anything. I was like,
I don't know if you can. I have
what do I do?
I don't think you can. Yeah, I was looking it up too, and I was like, this is weird.
I think you have to have. I think you as a individual have to be subscribed to Twitter in order for other people to chat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very weird. Yeah,
I don't get it.
It
but
didn't even like tell me that, which is the weird thing.
Decent.
Yeah, I was seeing it too. Yeah, the views of it was actually very good. It's weird because
how do you see that though?
Well, when you're actively streaming, it says how many people are watching you, and then at the same time though, but it doesn't match up to the view activity, which is weird to me. So
see, I don't know how to view that. So I'm going off my restream stats.
So yeah.
Wait, restream picks up stats on that too? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I haven't been
that's about the only thing I feel like it really actually picks. Well, yeah, it picks up on in terms of stats. Yeah, okay. Good. So like that's kind of how I've been able to tell, or at least get an idea of what kind of numbers have been over there. Yeah.
Hold on, let me take a look at that. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
July, wow, they are really like July's being jam packed with a lot of games, man.
Yeah, dude. There is a lot.
Just in the first week alone, I mean, it's just like, man, okay.
Oh, and I talked to Captain Robert. He runs like D&D and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a little bit. I think he talked about, hey man, like, cause I had said something to him like, hey dude, I'd love to get in, cause he had posted something about Destiny D&D that they just came out with.
They have a Destiny D&D campaign. That's funny.
Yeah, it just came out. I was like, dude, that would be dope. I was like, hey man, if you ever do anything, if you ever need somebody, I'd be more than happy to oblige.
If you ever need somebody, lose this number.
No way, man. I'd love to be able to do something, dude.
You'd be like, okay.
Especially too if like because at one point Bife was on there on one of the campaigns. And I was
fight me, Lex.
No, what?
No, Mr. Seven Figure says fight me, Lex.
Oh, I thought you said fight me, Lex. I was like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. There has to be a
Seven Figures.
There has to be a conversation. There has to be a story behind that.
He said, fight me.
You're good. We are live on YouTube. Are we live on the Twitters?
Let me just see. Oh no! It says I was tagged in a photo.
I just need an excuse to the emotes. Oh, fair enough. Hey, how's it going, Seven Figures? We are doing good. We are definitely doing good.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the conversations. Wow, I didn't know a lot of people were watching my V Rising stream on YouTube. That's cool.
Wait, what?
The thing I don't like, what's interesting to me on V Rising on like streaming on YouTube, it's like I get more views on the video on the VOD than I do on the live stream, which is really weird to me.
That's Google, baby.
I'm Mr. Daddy 7 now. Wait.
That is true. Yeah.
Were you expecting to have a kid? You were expecting to have a new kid? Oh, I had no idea.
Him and Pixie.
When's the last time I talked to Pixie?
How dare you?
I have not talked to Pixie in forever. I don't know. I didn't even know, man. Well, congratulations, Seven Figures. Is it a boy or a girl?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna burn.
And please don't give that like you have that prep name like Hunter or Connor or something like that, you know. Or Ace. Mini 7. That's awesome, dude. Well, congrats, man.
Wait, what? Oh.
Now, what are you folding there? Oh. You got some important documents.
Oh, you know the Hunger Games? They're coming out with a new book?
Well, they came out with a new movie.
No, I know, and that was a book too. This one's called, oh gosh, I can't remember the name. But it takes place, what did they say? It takes place 50 years, I believe, after the first Hunger Games.
Like the very first, so it's still before Katniss?
No, I'm sorry. This might be, yeah, I think so.
Okay, so that's what the new movie was about. Was the one post was after the first Hunger Games? Are you sure it's not the same book?
It's not. That wasn't. I know that was about snow and stuff like that. That was the first Hunger Games, right?
Oh, okay. This
one is about the 50th.
Oh,
or something like that.
Why was there a big deal that happened on the 50th one, or like?
I have no fucking clue, bro.
Oh, okay. It's kind of weird that they try to. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well, she's writing it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's odd. It's like you choose number 50. Like, was there something ideal that happened on the 50th one? Like, was there a checkpoint?
Some relevant must be. There must be something relevant with that, I'd imagine. I have no idea.
I'm gonna write a new book. It's gonna be Hunger Games, but it's gonna be the Hunger Games number 37. I'm like, it's like what? It's like why? It's like did something happen? Yeah, I know, right? It's like did something happen that totally rocked the world? It's like nope.
Yeah. Like, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea, bro. All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Well, let's see. I calls him Baby G, but his name is Reggie, like me. Oh, that's tight, dude. Well, yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. So, yeah, I'm sure he's just gonna grow up to be just as much of a nerd as you are, dude. More like he better be. He better be growing up as just as much as a nerd as you are. That's awesome. Well. Look who is back.
Who?
You.
I know that's the joke.
You.
Look at Bashir. He's getting so big. He's getting long.
He's going to be, well, he's already a small handful already, so.
Dude, I can't wait till he's done teething. I noticed he lost 2 little guys with his little front teeth at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
However, he's probably lost more since. But he's slowly figuring out that Jadzia means business.
Oh, like, don't touch me, or I'm gonna touch the hell out of you.
Well, earlier, hold on, I did that backwards. I came downstairs. I opened a beverage, and they both were on the kitchen counter because I guess it was close to lunchtime. I didn't realize what time it was. Speak of the devil, hi Jadzia. And she was sitting down like, hey, are you gonna feed me? But I was oblivious because, again, didn't realize what time it was. And he got on the counter, walked past her, and at first I was like, here we go. They're gonna get into a cat fight. No, he like shoulder bumped her, like, hi, and like rubbed against her, and they kissed, and there was no growling or hissing. It was very nice. But yeah, she screams a lot because she's like, don't touch me, and he wants to, but she's so thick with her fur that I think he forgets that she actually can feel things, and he noms on her, and she doesn't want to be nommed on. Yeah.
Well, that's just the circle of life, I suppose.
Yeah. For being a Norwegian forest cat, Jadzia certainly screams like a Siamese. So I'm sure our neighbors are like, "What is that sound?"
Oh.
But he's all orange boy. He likes to hang upside down and be held by his spine, almost like a shotgun, and then he reaches his arms out and attacks Opie. It's pretty adorable. And she lets him nom on her ears, and like he basically climbs on her like she's, the Land Before Time, Atreyu. Not Land Before Time. Whoa, I'm mixing up two things. Neverending Story. Yeah. He basically gets up on Jadzia's neck, and then his top half just kind of flops over her head, and then he just sits there watching TV like on her little ear tips. No teeth, and she's like, "Oh, okay."
Hey, what's up, Nightmare? How you doing?
I did not invite you, invite you. I didn't invite you either, Mr. Seven Figures. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm not trying to ignore you, I promise. I can see. I don't have my screens right. That might be helpful if I did that.
See that he's now Mr. Daddy 7 now?
Oh, is he? So he has 7 babies officially?
Well, no.
That's good.
Is that really good? Is it really good to have 7 kids?
No. I said that's good that he doesn't, because that's a lot. I think Big Tom Tim has like 9 kids or something crazy like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because he came into my stream. He's like, "Oh, you and Adam have cute babies." I was like, "No."
I don't know what I would do.
Babies are fantastic. I was like, no.
9 kids is too much. Way too much.
I was like, "Sir, why are you here? If you have 9 children, one of them needs to learn how to read."
9 kids is quite impressive to say that it's amazing that you have time to even be on Twitch at this at the moment. It's like, my God.
Yeah, get out of here. You're grounded, sir. Are you having 9 kids? And no one else is taking care of them? Like,
I guess it makes it more special, like when he decides to come by and just wanting to watch and listen to us. But that's awesome. My goodness.
Smitty might have to like confirm or deny, but yeah.
You originally wanted 10? Why? You wanted like children? You want to have like a 5v5 scrimmage in a basketball game? That's all your kids.
Or have like a whole Von Trapp family? Like, what are we recreating the Sound of Music? Like, no.
Even the Von Trapps didn't have that many kids. The Von Trapps only had like 4 or 5.
Yeah, 5.
Jeez. Yeah. No, I'm from a big family too, and then my mom was even saying, and I still am from kind of big, because like I'm not as crazy as 10, but I'm the middle child of 4. But my mom was the second youngest of 15, and my dad was the oldest of 17.
Shut the fuck up. You were lying to me. So sorry.
No, I'm dead serious. I am dead serious.
No way.
Yeah, so I was just like, yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, I'm just like,
at that point, do they just get like big UPS boxes and put tiny mattresses inside, like, and you just line the walls with children? I don't understand how that works.
I honestly can't even imagine how it is either, because mind you, my mom is.
I'm 6. Oh, bless your heart.
I'm first generation. Remember, so my mom and my dad are from Nigeria, so I can't even imagine the size of the place would be with that many kids.
No way.
His parents are the real deal. I know, right? Well, yeah. My parents are no joke, man. Like,
here's the thing.
They lived in a small village. I remember that.
If you want to have kids, that's fantastic. More power to you. I do not. I didn't like playing with dolls. I had a Malibu Barbie house, and the only reason I had Barbies, they were all naked, by the way. Never put clothes on them. Once you take them off, you just can't get them suckers.
I don't even know how that's even important to your story, but continue.
It's getting there. Listen, all my friends had like these weird baby dolls that looked real, and it creeped me out. And my mom, her version of trying to get me to be motherly and enjoy baby dolls was to get me Barbies. I realized quickly that I could get a Malibu Barbie house out of this situation. I just liked building the Barbie house and then playing with Ken because I could shave his face and his beard would disappear. That was it. That was it. I've never had the urge to. Now, would I be a good mom? Sure, I know that. Would Adam be a fantastic father? Absolutely. Do I want to do that? No. I like sleeping. I like my peace. If more than 2 people are talking at me at the same time, I shut down. No way. Also, I like to read. And if Adam is making too much noise, I'm not rude about it, but I will close myself off. Because like he's enjoying his time. Let me go enjoy my quiet time, you know? I'm good. I have tinnitus. It's like 6 people screaming at me at once at different pitches. So I'm good. I'm good.
You just want to clear it up. Yeah, that's funny.
I'm Bob the Builder, bitch. I don't want children, but if you have kids and you need someone to come build cribs or princess houses or tree houses, I'm your girl. Call me up. But if you want me to babysit, I mean, Smitty's kind of like the exception to the rule because I like his children. Don't call me because I charge like $30 an hour. What'd you say?
It's like because I like his kids. It's like,
I do. Well, that's not true. I don't like all my friends' children. Some of my, well, I'm not friends with them anymore. But I had a girlfriend. We would go to like lunch and I would meet her at her house. We'd hang out for a little bit. She'd be like, oh, can I put some stuff? Because I always carried like a little backpack. She's like, can I put something in your backpack? It doesn't fit in my purse. It was like those miniature little wine bottles that you get it from 7-Eleven. She'd put like 6 in there. And I'd be like, Katie, why don't you have room?
Like
she's like, because I have, they're like tiny little wine bottles, but they're plastic. That you can get at like 7-Eleven, kind of like a buzz ball, but instead of liquor, it's wine. Like a little wine cooler. I'm like, why aren't all of these fitting in your backpack? She's like, because I've got like 4 more in there, plus my wallet and the kids' stuff. I'm like, great.
Wow, you are trying to get
I'm
sauced.
driving.
My goodness.
Right. And I was like, and then it dawned on me. I would watch her clean multiple times that we would hang out. On multiple occasions, rather, clean out like empty bottles. And I'm thinking, woman, are you drinking all the time? Yeah. Like, I know. Oh, hi, you! Come back here! Get! Oh, shit. She's gone.
He told me that one day he was going to work and he had told me how many kids he had after me. Wow, really? And I'm like, where did he work? I mean, Jesus. He worked at the baby factory, clearly. He answers, I work on the corner of a convenience store, and I told him, you definitely worked at the corner. That is scary. Jesus.
Well, and like, listen.
14 kids.
That's nuts.
It's like, the way I look at it is like, if you're not like, Mormon to that extent, because, Mormons really love, like really are ideal for big families, big siblings, like to have a lot of family.
For the Mormons, they only need to raise the first 2. And then those 2 take care of all of the babies afterward.
But they still have the point is they still have a big family. Like it's 20. Still like they still have like a lot of kids and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how those mothers walk.
Yeah, maybe not like the Duggards or whatever, but like they do have like 10 or 15 children. But like, but to say that if you're like on the outside, well, like I probably can only understand why my grandparents had so many kids is because they probably had farms. So
they needed more labor hands
and stuff. That's the way I would look at it because I'm like, man, I don't know how you could be like, it's like, oh, I'm pregnant again. It's like, oh my God.
And Mr. Seven Figures, hey, for only having 1, but you come from 6. I get it now. That's a lot better. But I mean, that's crazy. I was an only child. Most of my aunts and uncles all had like 2 kids each. So I had a lot of cousins. Yeah, no, you're good. I had a lot of cousins and I loved that growing up. It was nice because it was like having a sibling for a few hours and then going home, But yeah, no, I was very much, well, on my dad's side of family, I was not the black sheep, but on my mom's side, I definitely was. Because we were not super rich. We weren't rich at all. We were like normal middle class everyday folks, and my mom's side of the family very much was not, except for her dad. And I would go over to his house and help him with the chickens and stuff. And that was my jam. But no. I don't look. It's great when my friends are like, "Oh, we have children." Like, that's awesome. I'm happy for you as long as you're happy. But that one friend I was talking about earlier, I don't think she was happy with
nightmare.
You know, I don't know. Some of my friends, well, not Smitty, but some of my friends in the past acted fake happy about having kids. I was like, listen, you don't have to play it up for me. It doesn't matter to me.
That's weird.
Yeah. Just have the baby. You will want kids? No. Smitty, am I ever going to be a mother of a non-furry?
No.
Thank you. If you're kidding, yeah.
Ain't happening.
No.
Yeah, and it's not for everybody.
No, and it doesn't have to be. I will fight for the rights of people who want to have kids. I'll fight for the rights of the people that don't want to have children. Listen, you do you. Also, fun fact, pretty sure I can not get pregnant. It's tried and true. I practice. Can't. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you feel that way. I absolutely will not. I raised my friend, a different friend. I raised her baby from 4 months to a year and a half. That baby was with me 24/7. Unless they were at the sitters, because I had to go to school full time still, and also work full time. Did not fulfill me in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, so we'll switch.
But I cry when I hold my new kitten. If I could have kittens, say less. I would have a litter tomorrow. I would birth them myself. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. No children for me. Yeah. I always find it interesting that people are so mind-boggled of someone that just genuinely doesn't want kids. Nope, I'm good. I like sleeping. I like not sharing my food. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, let's switch over. We're gonna switch over here.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Uh-oh, what? Is it not working for you?
No, it's working fine. It's working fine.
Have some issues with
there it goes. What?
Over just a little bit. Move. All right.
Yeah.
Up to Spotify.
What up, everybody? Hope you're having a good Saturday.
All right, here we go. We're good. Hey. What up? Why do I have all these numbers on here? I do not like that. Clear out. There we go.
I don't know.
Numbers, you say?
Numbers on my overlays. I hate when they do, like, I need to lock my overlays.
Yeah. It shows you the different things that you can do. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What is up, guys? How you doing? What's up? Happy Saturday to everyone. What's today? The 8th? Oh, wow. It is the 8th. Jeez. Okay.
It is. I had to look at my watch because I don't have my medication container that tells me.
Did you guys see Valorant comes to consoles? Who cares? I certainly do not. But what I was surprised, but the one thing I was surprised about, I assumed Valorant was already on consoles.
I did too.
Did I?
Yeah,
I did
didn't
too.
even know. Yeah, when they said it, I was like, it's like, it was only on PC this whole time. Because how long has Valorant been out?
Couple of years, several years, right?
Yeah,
at least 3.
Yeah.
At
3
least
or 4. Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people still play CS:GO.
There's a CS:GO 2 now.
It's been a CS:GO 2, right? It's not new.
I'll play anything. I don't care what I play on.
Yeah.
I just can't play on controllers.
Well, like
anymore.
Valorant looks like a game that was meant to be on the console, though. That didn't look like it was like that game looks like it it was specifically made to be on console.
It's basically CS:GO is what it is,
or like another like or an Overwatch.
Well, you would think with Valorant,
you can't even compare it to Overwatch. Other than the abilities, it plays nothing like Overwatch. It's a slow moving, aim is super hard if you don't know what you're doing type of game. I made a fool of myself at a freaking live stream event where, you know, our team, Inferno, were invited, some of the players, and dude, I had never played a lick of it. I literally installed it the night before so I could play a little bit, and I was terrible. I was absolutely terrible.
Oh yeah,
well, it was embarrassing.
I'm surprised you never played Valorant. I played Valorant for a little bit.
Remember the whole kernel level?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. What am I? I'm thinking of something else, or maybe I'm not. Hold on.
Yeah, remember they had their anti-cheat at the kernel level, it was revealed because I had installed
That's
it.
That's right. I never played it because of that. I was like, no, I'm not going to brick my PC. I at the time I did not have money to purchase another one. I was like, no, I'm not going to risk it.
Have y'all played the finals?
Yeah. I enjoy it.
No?
It's fast-paced, breakable environments. It's good. I haven't played in a little bit, but because games like that, it's hard for me to, even though you're not competing, you're still competing. I mean, you know what I mean? So like, I can only do it so much.
It's still arena, right? It's still like is it a 5v5 or 6v6 or what is it?
No, it's like a 3v3v3.
Oh, so 3 teams of 3. Okay.
It's like multiple teams, yeah. And like either one's like objective, or I think they're both objective based. But like one you have to do like where you have to sit on the money as it deposits and defend it. The other one is just grabbing it, and if it's a quick deposit, and you just rack up, and whoever gets the like 65,000 or something like that wins. I've been enjoying X-Defiant. That's not bad. It's a little clunky, and that's mainly because I want to be able to bunny hop, and you really can't. But I like it. I've been digging that as well. That's what I was playing before I started grinding Destiny 2 again. So, and that's free to play with Ubisoft.
Wait, do you have to have the Ubisoft Plus account or whatever, or Ubisoft Connect or whatever, or?
You already know you gotta have their stupid ass launcher. Come on, buddy.
I'm not doing it.
Come on. I know. He said I ain't doing it. Well, here's the thing. It's also crossplay as well. And it is free to play on consoles too.
Yo, that's why I don't want to play the Division 2 anymore, because of that stupid Ubisoft Connect. I'm not a fan of their launcher or having to do any of that. Let me just play it through Steam, dude. That's why that's why I think of if I ever get Ubisoft games, it's going to be on console because of that one reason. Because of I don't care about a decrease on graphics or anything, but like I just do not. That Ubisoft Connect is so much garbage, it's not even funny to me. Like that's why I got Scott Pilgrim on console. I was like, I didn't want to, but I do have it. I do have a PC version of it too, but staying, dude. No, I'll always going to play that thing on console. So, anyways, but guys, welcome to episode number 222 of the CFG Gamecast. Hey, welcome as always. Welcome back. We are currently live on Twitch, YouTube, and on Kick, and now we are also live on Twitter. So if you're wanting to follow us on Twitter, it's the CFG on Twitter. And that'll be awesome. But guys, as always, we do this is a weekly podcast with my 2 awesome co-hosts, Lex and Smitty. We make this as interactive as possible. So whatever we talk about, we love the outside interactions on this podcast. So definitely just type in whatever you're thinking about, whatever we're talking about. Love to discuss it with you as always. So let us see here. Oh, Smitty, we're going to ask you about Big Tim. Big Tim has 9 kids.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I was right. Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus. Okay. So
I think he just had his. Yeah. They just had a baby not too long ago. I'm pretty
sure. He was trying to convince me. I was like, there's no point.
Wow.
I'm out of that race, buddy. Thanks.
I'd just say Big Tim is trying to make one more that he can have a full-on 5v5 scrimmage at a basketball game if he wants
Right?
his kids.
Have a whole squad of them.
He can just jump in.
Well, he could play on team too. So.
Yeah.
Team two.
That exercise in.
Just full square up on his own kids.
Oh my god, dude!
Don't tell mom. Also, I figured out I can do the live chat on Twitter now, so that's cool.
Oh, you do? What do you have to do?
He is here. There he is. Him and his 90
yeah.
Oh, there we go. We were just talking about you, Big Tim.
Big Tim and Mr. Seven Figures should make a support group of Lex won't have children and we're upset about it. Sorry.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Seven Figures, you just had one, so now you guys can have a basketball 5-on-5 team. Yeah?
I just say that just Seven Figures just needs to just bring his A game and try to catch up. That's as simple as that. All he needs is 9 more children, like 7 more children to go. There you got it.
Inflation must be crazy trying to have children right now. Jeez.
Anyways,
what is your Twitter again?
Mine?
Yes.
The
I cannot
CFG.
believe
it doesn't
this
show
guy.
up on top when you go on Twitter. It should show that he's live. You can see the bar.
Where do you see? Oh.
You see it at the top? It's pink. Or it's pink to me. That could be wrong.
No, you're right. It is pink. I see it. I do see it. I could not figure out where you go to your thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can live chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did not realize it.
You have 10 kids, Tim. Oh, so we missed one.
Oh, he said I already got a basketball squad.
7 boys,
2.
7 boys, 3 girls, and 2 of them are twins. 2 sets are twins.
2
oh my god!
Sets are twins. Wow.
So you're telling me?
That's nuts.
So you were telling me that almost half of your kids are twin set? Oh my god!
That would be wild.
Tim,
wait. So does your partner have any twins down their line? Like, or is there any, you know what I mean?
On their family side,
or
yeah.
do you have any on your side?
I think he is. I had asked this before too, and I believe so. Because fun fact, I have twins on both sides of my family. So
do you?
If an oopsie daisy ever miraculously happened,
if I have twins. 8 more kids, I'm going to just have kids till it's not viable.
Again, you and Tim need to make a support group.
That's the perfect strategy. It's like, you know what? I'm already 8 in on the hole. We might as well.
Right.
Just my mom's sisters are twins and my girlfriend.
That's right.
The odds of that is nuts. Like,
unbelievable.
I mean, if you do the math on that,
to have 2 sets,
had twins on her side of the family, but she's not aware because in the 90s, people were having twins left and right. One wasn't viable halfway through the pregnancy, and they wouldn't consider it twins because I was technically a twin.
Wait, but back up though. But to have 2 sets of twins. Well, first off, are they identical? Are they both identical twins, or are they are they fraternal? Fraternal?
Yeah, I forgot about our aunts.
Oh, your aunt? Oh, you on your side. So it's you. So
yeah. My dad's sisters are twins.
Gotcha. Wow. Oh my God. They're both
identical. Oh,
you know what's nuts is it doesn't matter if I'm at my house or at Smitty's. I will call the children and the furry babies at my house all the wrong name before I finally get to theirs. I do that at Smitty's house too. My children, I'd just be like, "You're Richard 1, you're Richard 2," and they're like, "We're girls," and be like, "Suck it up." That's the only way I'm gonna remember.
You have to figure out a way to nickname it.
Even Adam, he's like, Opie, Jadzia, God damn it, Bashir.
Yeah,
like, he's
you know what?
It just happens.
You know how I would fix that? Just call him cat and dog. You'll be good. Yeah, you'll be good. There you go.
It's confusing.
He's like, "Hey, dog." He's like, "Come on, just call him how you see it."
Opie does not watch. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here she comes. She's a good cat.
Okay, so he's cat now.
You call?
She's a cat.
Yeah, she's like, you rang? Hello.
He's like, yes.
Y'all can't see it, but Opie walked right back into my office like, yes, you called?
I am here.
All right, guys, we're going to start the podcast here shortly. Lex, give me one moment, but I'd like you to do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? Let me do a commercial ad break. So if you're not a subscriber on Twitch, you're going to get a 30-second ad, so we just get that out the way now.
I think a friend who would do that
moment.
to us kids that she was watching. She would call all of us with the wrong damn names. It's just something that happens. Yeah,
eventually
I think the older you get, you got so many names, you just start cycling through them. Like, yeah. I know your name is somewhere up here. I'll get to it.
I have called as Smitty or Ryan several times. I know for a fact.
That's
I
hilarious.
get intense side eye. I'm like, I know your name.
You know that
they'll call you out on it.
You know what though? I mean, but Big Tim has an excuse though. Tim has 10 names that he has to go with.
He just needs to number them one
out of the 10. 4 of them are going to be like 2 of them are 2 sets are identical. So that's like so oh my god.
Yeah.
But as a parent, like after the first 12 weeks of them being alive, you can tell them apart, you know? Like one's always got the sassy faces that they make.
Yeah.
Like all kids make different poop faces, similar but different, you know, and you catch onto those little tweaks and hints.
Are you watching them poop?
But sometimes
I'm sorry, should I just leave them?
Yeah.
Here, I'll set you down and I walk away.
Leave them a $20 bill and then walk them away. It's simple as that. They'll figure it out.
This, right?
Yeah, there you go.
You can change your own nappy. I mean, changing diapers is I don't like doing it.
Yeah,
why would you have to pay the baby?
You're helping the baby out. You laid the baby know about the value of money and of goods and services.
You sit in that dirty nappy for 3 hours till your mom gets home. Here's $20.
I had a family friend who would do that that to us kids that she was watching. She would call us we'll call all of us with the wrong damn names. Yeah, I know. It's only a matter of time.
7 of us in the house. Yeah,
you just go through
it's difficult.
You sometimes go through the Rolodex of names.
They've been called licorice at times as well.
You called your daughter licorice by accident? Oh wow. That's hilarious.
He was like, hey, instead
licorice
of
just one of the girls.
Yeah. Adam's called me Opie several times. Yeah.
That is hilarious. I will have to say.
No.
You go through the list.
Again,
remember licorice before the daughters? Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
No, you're missing an operative word there, Mr. Seven Figures. She loves other people's kids.
No, yes. I just like yours. Again.
There you go. Never mind.
Fix that sentencing.
He said,
I'm good at pretending I like other people's children.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Damn.
It's good to
Except yours.
Choke a kid out.
Bring it all out on a random stream.
I've had 4 brain surgeries. Ain't no way I'm having children, sir. You know how dangerous it is to be pregnant? Oh my God. It's terrifying if you look at the statistics as a woman.
Yeah, that is true.
How any of us survived in the early 1900s and 1800s is crazy.
Where are we at? Let me pop out.
Nightmare, was it like a daycare, like an in-house daycare?
All the cousins with the aunt.
Oh,
probably.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I think I missed a piece of that.
Oh, I was a special ed teacher for 3 years.
Already.
I'm good.
Let's go. Could you give me a beat? Hold on, let me record.
Give you a beat?
Wait. Don't do the beep yet. But
oh, a beep. Yeah.
I'm recording on both sides. It'll be easier for me to get the noise from the clip. Okay. Can you give me a beat? Ready? Here we go. Welcome to the CFG Gamecast, episode number 222, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers that like to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode weekly and release it on all podcast services, so do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, and subscribing to our YouTube channel, the CFG channel, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. If you want to throw some ducats our way and support the podcast in any way, you can by becoming a VIP member on our website, the CFG.store, for some extra goodies, swag, shirts, buttons, what have you. Anyways, I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today, I got my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
I've been reading. I know. I did play with the Spoopy crew. We went back and played In Silence. I haven't played that in so long. Okay, so update for a lot of people who are interested in mine chromas. With games that are super dark, like In Silence, I can see better. I do still have to turn my gamma way up. So do I need to find my monitor filters again? Probably. Which are if you don't know, they're basically like gels that you put over your screen. You just like flip them back and forth. They're pretty great. But the new map, I think we were in Russia. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nightmare. But you're in this like very cold environment, and you don't only see your breath, like you see like a mist of like snow, maybe is what it's supposed to be. That is not what it translates to my eyes. It was very difficult for me to navigate that map. Yes, Russia. Thank you, Drago. To get the helicopter fixed, I could not see the scraps of metal for a hot minute. I wish games where you're having to look for an item this big on a piece of floor would like highlight it a little bit for you, just give you a little help, but yeah, as far as gaming, that's kind of all I did this week. I was reading. I'm in the throes of another Sarah J Maas series called Throne of Glass. It's really good. Also been teaching a little dude how to behave like a proper gentleman. It's not working yet, but he does know how to sit, which is great. That's kind of and he can circle, but that's it. That's all I got for you. I was very boring this week.
And DBD apparently is what you also played, so there you go.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. I missed Tuesday because I had friends in town. That's right. I did have friends in town. I've talked about this particular friend. He's kind of famous on social media now. His wife, I'm friends with her since like middle school. Well, and him. They were in town, so we got to go eat dinner with them, which was fantastic.
It's who really you're talking about?
Holly, and then her husband Tyler, artist, he has downcycle.com. Yeah. Which I was trying to get something for you. I bought some stuff for Adam's birthday through him, and it put me in a drawing for a painting called The Renaissance Men, which was a Ninja Turtles painting. I was hoping that I would get it for you. I lost, but it's okay. I'll try again.
That's right. I appreciate the thought.
I know. I was like, dang it. But yeah, it was great to see them. It's really nice to catch up with an old friend. I have time in my life now to invest in friendships that I've not let to the wayside. But, time happens, and high school is a long time ago. And so you live in different states. It's hard to keep up with friends. But now I have that extra time in my life to catch up with people, and it's really nice. And it's nice having a non-toxic friendship. She gave me the most beautiful box of like curated birthday gifts because we're both in May. I sent her some stuff. She brought hers with her, and it was really sweet. It was really nice. So I was happy to see them.
Hey Lex.
Yeah.
Do you know the person that can't wait to watch the 50th version of the Hunger Games?
Oh,
Sunrise on the Reaping.
Wait, what? His name is
the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Yo, it has been a long week. Destiny 2, the final shape, came out on Tuesday. The servers were terrible, but I've got to say, they stuck the landing, and I can confirm that I bawled like a baby. Well done by the team over at Bungie. The raid, the world's first raid got completed 18 hours, 51 minutes in, making it the longest day one raid in the history of raids, which unlocked a separate mission, which was, again, no spoilers right now. I'll let people go in and do it themselves, but let's just say, they did it. I felt like they stuck the landing on this, other than the server issues. So I've been tired. I mean, I was up till like 2 or 3 last night. I started at like 9:45 playing. We at least got through the first encounter on the challenge mode, so I felt like we at least accomplished something.
The first encounter. Okay, first off,
it took us
what does that even mean?
Hours.
Yeah.
So there's 5 encounters in total.
Yeah, how long was the first encounter?
What, the third kind? Like what?
What?
The first boss.
Oh shoot!
Essentially, just the first boss. Yeah, the first.
Yeah.
How
many? 9?
10. 10 hours.
There's no way.
No. Well, there was a break. There was a decent break in there as well, but we were going. We finished at like 1:30, 2 o'clock last night, or this morning rather. We at least felt we accomplished something. And you got to remember, these first 2 days, this is challenge mode, so it's way harder than what the normal raid is going to be.
This is the but here's the thing though. This is a funny thing to me. So yesterday when Smitty was doing it, Smitty decided, oh yeah, let me stream my my adventures in the raid, and he started early. Like he started what time did you start? Like 11?
9:45.
9 your time?
9:45.
Okay,
yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's streaming today, so it must be
11 your time.
It must be raid day. Yeah, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool, let him do his thing. So I didn't get on stream until 4 my time because of the Summer Game Fest. And he was still streaming, and I was like, oh, okay, so they're still raiding. I was like, I didn't think nothing of it. I finish my stream 3 hours later. I go to bed early and wake up at 12 or 1 o'clock my time. He is still playing this game, and then I was like, at that time you weren't streaming, you were off.
No,
but you were, yeah. But I was watching Zuzu on stream, and I was like, oh, okay, he's on the party there, and then y'all were still going at it. And I asked him, I was like, oh, so how far did y'all go? It's like, no, we're still fighting the first boss. I'm like, first boss? Y'all been fighting this thing for 10 hours, and y'all haven't advanced this whole time? Dude, I would have flipped the table.
People were stuck. Well, I think the second and third encounter, you just get to these spots where you get stuck, dude. It was so hard. It was so hard, and the first 2 encounters alone are time based, so there's time mechanics, and it just wipes.
Oh no!
It was brutal.
Okay, but here's something I don't get: why is it so important to finish it that day? Is I guess
you get a special. There's a special. Number one, there's a whole world first race.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you didn't know this? I knew that.
Yeah, people use it with their clans and stuff like that. They'll have people that'll run through raids and stuff like that. So, it's just, especially within that, think of it like an MMO, is how they treat it. And, it's just all as raids, man. Raids that's where the special loot is. Yeah. That's what continues the story, and it's a big deal.
No, I understand.
They've made it a big deal.
You get special stuff
into a.
Yeah, you get special stuff for being the first one too.
I understand that, but y'all even said prior to that y'all weren't really aiming for world's first.
We knew
though.
We couldn't.
Y'all knew y'all couldn't do it, but y'all weren't gonna do it.
We couldn't. But there was a time where a lot of people were stuck on that first level. And it's just getting the mechanics and then staying alive, and because that's the other thing, you only have 6 revive tokens. So as a team,
did you guys die and have to start over a couple times?
They've been on the line for 10 now.
You get a checkpoint.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, are there no checkpoints? Because I would be so pissed. I would step
after each encounter.
I'm surprised that just nothing was damaged inside your room or something at this point in 10 hours. That's all I'm saying.
Right?
Because
dude, if you've raided before, you know what to expect.
So, yeah.
I would never expect to do a 10-hour session of this. Yeah.
On a challenging, it's gonna be way harder than what the actual raid
is
gonna be on normal levels. So you just want to see how good you are. And
how many hours did it take the first team that succeeded with all 5 encounters of the third kind? How long did they say how many hours it took them in total?
18 hours, 51 minutes. Officially the longest raid in Destiny history.
Oh my God.
The one previous was the Last Wish, which took 18 hours and what was it, like 20 something minutes or something like that.
That's just atrocious, dude. Seriously.
No, that's amazing. That's great atrocious. Job. Great job on creating something that because that's been a complaint in the past, is that there's been a couple raids that have been like maybe a few hours or a couple hours. Like this was like brutal. Like this is like test your might. You know what I mean? Type of stuff. And that's what the challenge that people are looking for.
Maybe it's competitiveness.
It's no different than people playing Dark Souls.
Oh, no doubt. But
it's just the whole game is just that mode.
There is a big difference. the big difference on Dark Souls is that you could choose, you don't get stuck on one boss and you're stuck there for that long, and then you have to keep on fighting the same boss for
only the best of the best. That's what dude, it's a proving ground thing too, because they put that stuff up and have records and stuff like that, like the top 5 teams or whatever. So even being recognized, especially in this type of day and age, social media and things like that, getting that kind of a recognition on an official Destiny raid would be huge for any type of content creator.
Yeah,
not even but they weren't. Even if you're not, dude. Just
the irony is that the people that got the raid didn't even stream it. So right? Did you say those people were off stream and they got
true.
it? So
that doesn't mean they're not content creators.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. True. Well, congratulations.
They definitely are going to be known now within the Destiny community.
Okay, listen, I'm not saying I mean I'm for challenge. I love challenging games. I mean, if you know a little bit about me, I always put everything on the hardest difficulty on it. But I'm just saying that I don't know if I have it. I don't have the moxie anymore probably in me to decide to say I'm going to keep on going at it after 10 hours after this first boss. I'll be like, okay, I need rest. I'll come back to it again and then reorganize and then attack that thing directly. I just can't do 10 hours straight.
Be the last time that I raid like that. I won, you know what I mean? I've done it only 3 or 4 other raids have I ever, been a part of a team for world's first race. And it's just getting that challenge, and that's part of the thing. A lot of the time of the game is spent being overpowered, so when you get something that's new and challenging, it's about figuring out the mechanics, working as a team and communicating with the other members to be able to accomplish this goal, these puzzles or whatever. That's the enjoyment out of it, at least for me. I know it's not for everybody, but I didn't understand that until I played Destiny. Right, but it's very much an MMO thing for sure.
Right. Well, that's cool. Well, hey, you're definitely getting your time and your money's worth for it. So there you go. So, but yeah, that's gonna be cool. But anyways, that's for me, man. I've been I've always been busy. I'm still, it's funny. I'm still stuck on that same damn boss on V Rising. I've tried everything on this thing and I can't even deal with I cannot beat this guy. This guy is just really annoying to me. So I decided to take a break. Then I decided to start looking after looking at some stuff for Summer Game Fest from yesterday. Then streamed Summer Game Fest. The only thing I streamed previous week was Summer Game Fest. But I am also going to be streaming the Microsoft conference tomorrow as well. So we'll see how that's going to go from there. So it's going to be cool. Dust, you said, I remember when Sweater first dropped and spent 10 hours on the first end game raid, and the whole group was like that this was short. I did the first end game, yeah, I did that raid too, with this that raid too, and it I think we did it I don't think we did it in one sitting. I think we ended up not doing it, and then like I think a week and a half later we got it. We were able to get it, but like, yeah, we were sitting down, we were messing around for about 4.5 to 5 hours, and we're just like, we're not getting anywhere. We just need to improve, get better equipment, which we did, and then knock that thing out, or knock the series out, because it was the thing was a little confusing initially. But then that sucks us too, because Sweater was that was the only raid that Sweater had at the time too. So for like forever until the expansion came out. Yeah, but those were the days. But anyways, I know y'all don't want to talk about raid strategies and then wanting to see how long it took us to beat these things. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussions in the world of video games from the previous week. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry. And we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and now on Twitter, to be a part of the conversation. So if there is something you wanted to chime in about on whatever we talk about, we always leave that open. Type it inside the chat. We'd love to discuss it out with everyone that's listening, and we will go from there. So anyways, I will go first. I know I didn't tell y'all the order this time, my mistake, but I'm pretty sure you assumed this was going to happen, but still, yeah. So I was going first, and I'm going to talk about the Summer Game Fest. So yesterday, Summer Game Fest happened. It finally happened. Rest in peace, E3. It's weird to see, like, now the big dog now is SGF. And stuff. So they came in. They had for 2 hours. I mean, this was a 2 hour event. For 2 hours, they were actually pretty good on pacing themselves on the amount of game announcements that came out this year, which was pretty cool. So they had a lot of different games. They had a lot of different kinds of thrilling announcements, and you know what's funny, like, I think this is the first year I had absolutely no expectations. Like, I didn't even know I didn't care, like, at all. I mean, I don't know if it was just me or whatnot, but I was perfectly fine with just, like, just let's see what's coming out. Let's see what else is out. And you know what? I think we kind of needed that, because most of the times, like, we were wondering what the core studios or proprietary studios, and we know that since Sony's on a lull this year, we knew that there was not going to be any big AAA games. I wanted to kind of know what else is out there from other outside studios that was coming in, and I think Game Fest, the Summer Game Fest, did a fairly good job on doing that. Mixed with, it wasn't just, and the cool thing I loved about this was it wasn't just a Summer Game Fest that happened. Also, like, immediately after that was Day of the Devs. So we had like a lot of different kinds of dev showcase, and then earlier today was a PC showcase that lasted about an hour and a half, which was really cool. So there was a lot of different little shows that are happening, and then tomorrow is the exclusive Microsoft showcase. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be in the mix.
IGN Live's happening right now.
Yeah, IGN. Yeah, so I mean, IGN's probably going to have a field day for the next week or so, because I think next week is going to be. Did Nintendo announce a Nintendo Direct? I'm not sure.
I haven't seen anything about a Direct.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what they could possibly. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about them.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll hope. Well, Nintendo will do Nintendo things, which is basically whatever the hell they want. So, but anyways, but yeah. So the first thing that they announced, which I'm a little bit surprised about this. This may not be my cup of tea. Maybe it might be for you. Maybe either yours or Lexus. But they're making a Horizon Lego game. That was the very first announcement that they announced. That they're gonna have a story with the Lego versions of Aloy in the Horizon world, but it's gonna have the goofiness of with the Lego series that everyone like knows and loves in it, which is you know what, I'm for it, but the thing that I'm surprised about is that this is going to be a multi-platform game. This is made by Guerrilla too, which is or Guerrilla Games was a part of making this. So a Sony game that's actually not going to be a Sony exclusive. It's going to be on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch, and it will be also on the PC. So I was like, wow, okay, well that's pretty cool. That's something that was new and wasn't expected. So there was also a game called No More Room in Hell 2, which I didn't even know there was a 1 of this, but it looked actually pretty. It didn't look half bad. Oh, have you played that, Smitty? No More Room.
What'd you say it was called?
No More Room in Hell.
I feel like I never played it, but I feel like I've seen somebody play it, or I've seen something of it. I had heard of that game before.
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
It sounds
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like basically, yeah, well, I mean, there was a trailer for it, and then I saw that, and I was like, wow, this actually doesn't look half bad. So I'm like, kind of like, I put a little asterisk to say, come back to this one. This might be a good one. So we'll see what that's going to go. And then also, they also announced a Quidditch game that's coming out this September 3rd. Which was kind of weird. Well, it's not really weird. It was they said that they were going to make
not weird to Smitty and I.
Yeah, they were going to make a Quidditch. They said they were going to make a Quidditch game that was going to be apart from the Harry Potter, the Hogwarts Legacy. They did, but the style looks a lot different than what you would remember from how Hogwarts Legacy looks like. So, it's going to be coming this September. So, if you're anyone who was waiting out for a Quidditch game, well, you don't have to wait that much longer. Also, there's a new IP that's coming out called Cuff Bust, and I don't remember much about that one. That one didn't look well. That one's yeah, I remember. It was like it was a person that makes his own games, like one person studio that made his own games, and it was basically trying to escape prison or something. So that's going to come out next year, here in the future. Then no, close though. But anyways, so there's then Star Wars Outlaws, which okay, this is what really pisses me off.
I won't do it.
Like Star Wars Outlaws did a preview on this Summer Game Fest that lasted 10 seconds. What the hell was that?
I'm so shocked.
What's the point of even? And then what's even worse is that there's like not showing any gameplay, just showing the same
title.
Just it's Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I was like, what is that? You might as well just wait until Ubisoft Forward that comes out next. That's going to happen next week. Like, what was that? Anyways, stupid wasted.
Forget about us.
Wasted everyone's time with that nonsense. I was just like, oh god, dude, come on. Then also there was a really cutesy indie game called Neva. That was like, it was a little girl. A girl with a wolf that like slowly grows into this thing. Looks really nice, little artsy. Kind of gives me like, it's a 2D scroller kind of. So that one was pretty nice. But one of the things that I think I think people are missing out or is really haven't said anything about is Civilization 7, the official announcement of Civilization 7. Because man, I don't know if you're not. I don't think you've ever really played Civ. But
are you talking to me?
Yeah, you don't know Civilization.
Are you freaking kidding me?
You know what's funny? Okay. Here's the thing about Civilization, and this is the funniest thing about Civilization. Civilization is one of the most popular IPs that no one knows about. It is so freaking weird.
I love
Isn't
Civ,
it weird?
dude.
Yeah.
I played Civ since back in the day. RTS, strategy games, all that stuff are my secret. Like, that's what I play chilling out late at night if I'm doing work or something. I want to game a little bit. It's things like that. And I will get lost in those games.
I would play Civilization literally for hours, and it's like, but like I said, but am I wrong? Like, Civilization is a 2K game. No one knows, like there is a gigantic fan base of this series, but you don't hear a peep of it until even when the announcement comes out. They're like, wow, I'm surprised this thing has like right now on YouTube 3 million views on this on YouTube.
I'm not surprised.
Number 8 on trending right now, and I'm like, but it's funny because it's a game that no one ever talks about, because you always remember like the God of Wars, you remember all the other stuff, craziness, but no one says, oh, you know what, Civ 6, like, or anything like that. No one says it. But no, I love Civ, dude. Civilization 7, and then they also showed, and then Sid Meier's himself was talking about it, which is freaking amazing. I thought he passed away a long time ago, but no, he's still
I didn't
kicking.
know that. Yeah, I thought Sid Meier's was somebody, like, just somebody from the past, like a person. Like I had no idea where that
like
came
the Johnny Carson show.
Yeah, you know, like oh yeah,
Sid Meier's sounds like like he just made the name off the cuff, like without them coming out.
Exactly. It's like that can't pass, but there's got to be like a fictional person, like Mark Twain. Mark Twain was a real person. Hold on.
But oh my God,
right, Mark Twain.
Yeah, like all the imaginary people, like Abraham Lincoln and Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I don't know what reality you guys are living in.
I've heard of that comic book.
Yeah.
So all these fakers, you know, just all these people. Yeah. Just, I mean, like Paul Bunyan or something like that. Yeah.
So, have a buffalo or something?
Babe, Big Blue, Babe the Ox. Yeah. So Civilization is coming out. There's no date on when Civ 7 is going to happen. If there is going to be it just said it's coming in 2025. So if it's coming in 2025, Smitty and I, we're definitely going to have to play it, dude. Oh, I'm definitely going to put it on my wish list. Yeah, this game
is it going to be on Game Pass?
I didn't say. It's way too out. It's not coming until next year, so probably might as well just forget that it even exists right now.
Oh, that's exactly what will happen.
Yeah, so
that's exactly what will happen.
Yeah, so there's a lot. I mean, there was a really cool thing. Oh, there was another game that was also very interesting that I was wanting to play, and it was called Black Myth Wukong, which was basically like, you know, Sayuki Journey to the West, that kind of story. You're playing Son Goku, the Monkey King, in this one, and then
I remember seeing that.
Yeah. So the coolest thing about that is that it is going to be this game is going to be it looks like it's going to be a Souls-like game. It's going to have some pretty cool stuff in it. I can't wait. It's coming out August 20th. Here's the thing that doesn't make any sense to me about this game. So the physical release game is going to be they're going to have a physical release copy of it. Perfectly fine. If you want a physical collector's edition of it, you got to get the PC version of the game, and then the PC version will come with the steel bookcase and then all the extra tchotchkes that they usually like to do in these collector's editions. And then there's a statue that comes with one of these collector's editions that marks the price up to $400 in this game for this game. Yes, and I'm
for Civ.
No, this is for the Wukong, dude. The Black Wukong.
The Black Wukong.
Sorry.
Yeah, a brand new IP, man. Like, I'm just like, wow, dude. Y'all are going that ham. So yeah. So that's happening to whatever. One that I'm actually interested in wanting that I'm looking forward to checking out is Space Marines 2. From the Warhammer series. The first Space Marines came out about 10 years ago, like 2011, I believe. So this is the first time that it's coming back. It's a 3-player co-op play, so you can play with other people and stuff. So this was going to be a really cool one. I don't know what it is, but I feel like this is going to be something that would be interesting to check out, because like I'm not even a big I'm not a big Warhammer. I don't know anything about the lore about Warhammer very much, so let alone space what's called Space Marines, but I've always liked how they looked, especially when you see people cosplay them and they're with their stilts because they're like 12 feet tall 9 times out of 10.
I believe they're 16 feet in the game, 16 or 17 feet tall.
Yeah, I mean, these things look like freaking like human transformers, you know. essentially, yeah. So Warhammer 40K, yeah. So like this game is this theoretically out of all the Warhammer games, because Warhammer spreads themselves thin when it comes to IPs. They have like different companies always making a different game of them. Space Marines is the Space Marine game is the most popular one. It just took them over 10 years to make. So this one's so I'm definitely going to check this one out and see how this is going to go. If I can find some other people to play it too is another thing though too. So we'll see.
Well, Dust will get it the second it comes out for sure.
Dust says
we've been watching all the 40K like Warhammer stuff.
Yeah,
they have like a whole like cinematic series. It's really cool.
There's a whole everything about that. It's too overwhelming for me.
It's incredible.
Oh, it's so good.
There's it's just such a big lore. Like there's like the one about like saying like, yeah, there's like a job where you're you're going to die because you need to put the radioactive engine inside the ship. The ship, so your position is like when you go in, it's like you're not coming back out. And I'm like, wow, you think they would find a better way of using fuel resources instead of having humans to do it? I mean, use machinery or something. Anyways, I digress. So during that time too, on the Summer Game Fest, also the creators of Persona 3, 4, and 5 came out. They discussed more about the upcoming game that they're bringing in this fall called Metaphor Re-Fantasio. Apparently it's they were going to be doing something about this game. They did show a little bit of gameplay. I'm not going to even show the video of it because it would waste anyone's time. It was like 30 seconds of a view of it, but it was literally like they did explain that there's going to be job classes. That's how you're going to learn, like so there's going to be different classes, like you'll have a gunner, tank, and stuff like that. Metaphor, yeah, it's an RPG. It's an RPG though. So like so this one this one may not be up to everyone's alley. I'm still kind of hesitant on it because how it looks is very, very weird. So I don't know what to expect. But since it's the guys who did Persona 3 through 5, I do have a little bit of faith on what they're doing. So we'll see. Once Human has a street date. It's coming out July 9th. So we got 3.5 weeks to get ready for that. Yeah.
Love that. I can't wait for full release.
Once Human. Got
Once
it.
Human, yes. Yeah, so let's see. Let's see. Batman. Oh, this one kind of, I don't know. I kind of want to get y'all's opinion on this one. Batman Arkham Shadow on Meta Quest is they showed a story trailer of it. This is basically in the Arkham universe, and this is a direct sequel to the Arkham games. I don't know if you never played the Arkham games, Smitty, right?
I have played a little bit of the first one, and I just restarted it back up not too long ago. I have not gotten that deep into them at all. I haven't played any other one. All
right, so this one I was disappointed in seeing because this one's going to be this is a VR game, and also it's going to be the main bad guy is the Rat King. So I was like, that's a C class felon, that's going to be holding up in the game, that let alone in the Arkham universe that everyone knew and loved when people were growing up to seeing the series, and then you're putting it on a VR of all places and stuff, and to see and see what's going to do. I feel like this game is not going to sell. And that's why I find it very disappointing. And it's made by Rocksteady too, which is even like, wow, it's like more salt.
Oh, it's a Rocksteady game?
It's a Rocksteady game. Yeah, Rocksteady's making it. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit disappointed in it, but that's what it is on that. There's also, let's see, Street Fighter 6 did an announcement of their Season 2 DLC players. They had Bison, Terry, Terry as in Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury, Mai Shiranui from Fatal Fury, and I'm missing one. Oh, Elena from Street Fighter 3. So they had an awesome trailer of Terry Bogard and stuff, which is going to be the first time ever for Street Fighter to bring in an outside character from another fighting game into a Street Fighter game, which is going to be rich as cool. And if any of them, Terry Bogard, Mai Shiranui, perfect choices on this. People were kind of 50-50 with Elena because Elena was super annoying in Street Fighter 4. But but I'm like, okay, but we gotta get good and go through those shenanigans again, so that's fine. And Bison looks like freaking awesome. I just cannot wait to see how it's gonna play. Am I gonna play him? Hell no. I hate playing Bison, so we'll see. We'll see where that's gonna go. Yeah, man, but yeah, so we got all of that, dude. Like, there's just so many freaking craziness that was happening with it. They had a really cool animation of it. Then they also did an announcement for Fatal Fury as well. The new Fatal Fury game, City of Wolves, with B. Janet was one of the characters that they just announced, and she's going to be coming back because she was in Gairu, Cry of the Wolf, in the original one, and now she's coming back again in this one, and she's going to probably kick some crazy ass as always. So yeah, there's just like I said, just a ridiculous amount of different kinds of games. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but just real quick, there's like two or three more I'll go through, and that's it. But the last two, like Alan Wake 2, they've announced that they're going to be releasing physical collector's editions as well, and then starting today, the DLC to Night Springs is officially out, so you can actually go out and get Night Springs, the Night Springs DLC, and DLC is a little weird, we'll admit. So because it's going to be, they said that it's going to be episodic. Right now, the first DLC set is now 3 episodes, and it's scenario based too, which is very weird. So I don't know what to expect on that, but
it's kind of like how the game is, though.
Yeah. So I mean, that's going to be really up your alley, Lex. To be honest with you, because I think you're the only one between us is doing something with it.
But is she though?
That is true.
Listen, I don't. You sit down, sir. Sit down. How many games have you started and not finished? I don't want to talk about it. I had one game that I started and haven't finished. Sit down. You've got like 500. I don't want to talk about it.
You've been waiting for Alan Wake 2
I know.
for so long.
I know. Okay, listen. Right. I got the new computer. I had to restart, and then I'm taking a mental health break. You sit down.
Okay, so the first Descendant really has also official release date July 2nd. It's going to be coming here very soon, which is going to be, I think it's going to be wild when that game comes out. So we'll see how that's going to what happens there. Also, Power World also announced a new, like, they did a lot. You know, they did a lot of different things in this one, which I definitely, and I'll give them credit for it if it all comes out in that time. There's a new island, a new area that they have, a new boss. I think they're adding PvP like versus now that they're switching over to, and like they're adding a lot of stuff. So hopefully we'll see where this is going to go. There's going to be more information about that here next week. So stay tuned on that. Valorant is coming to consoles, which I had no idea that they were not on console. I thought, for the longest of time that they were on, it was multi-platform, but nope, it's been on PC this whole time until now. Crossplay, I don't know what crossplay for. What crossplay for?
I think she means Power World.
Power World. They didn't say if it was crossplay for Power World. So we know it's coming, but I don't know if it's going to be coming this soon. So we'll see. Then there's also a brand new trailer that continued on with some new monster from Monster Hunter Wilds, which is going to be next year. Not an official date yet. And the final video that they brought out, which was freaking awesome, was a Souls-like game called Phantom Blade Zero. This game is going to be it's a PS5 exclusive, I believe, and it's going to be like the battle system looks freaking crazy. So I cannot wait to to mess around with it and see where this goes. Because but for the most part, yeah. So I mean, like I said, I kept my expectations low. They did it. I think they did a good job on releasing on the big games, mixture with the indie games. The indie games and the overall, feel and pace of it was actually very, very fulfilling. So there was not really a lot of boring parts on it. So what about you, Smitty? What do you think about Summer Game Fest so far?
I've been grinding Destiny 2 so hard this week. I didn't really even pay attention to it. I caught a video of some of the things. I caught a little bit of Day of the Devs. I thought it was, it is what, again, there's a big difference I feel in feeling wise between E3 and Summer Game Fest. Summer Game Fest is kind of an extended, like, we're not looking to just, I don't know, come out the gate and just blah, and then like it all be downhill. It's paced, it's timed out, and how they deliver their stuff. Where E3 was hey, one day, we have this thing, and bada bing, bada boom. So they showed some good stuff. There wasn't really, again, this year, for me, this year is more about discovering independent games, indie games, and just stuff like that. There's not really anything, triple A wise that I'm like, oh, I absolutely have to have this. So I mean, there's some things like Sparking Zero. I'm definitely going to be getting that. That's going to be dope. But yeah, I'm excited to try out the Power World stuff. That's something that we knew about, again, when they first announced and they brought in like the new raid boss and whatever. They announced that we have more content coming during the summer. So when that's supposed to be at the end of this month that releases, or when does that big update for Power World?
I don't think Power World. I don't know if Power World had a date on when that was coming out. I'll check here.
Oh, okay, yeah, but that was good. There wasn't. It's funny that he said that stuff about the Batman VR, because I thought it would actually be cool to be Batman. I am the Knight.
I do.
You know what I mean?
I do also like the Rat King story. I might be like one out on the wind here with that one, but I was kind of excited, and then I heard Meta, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, everyone had like a weird gasp on it. It was weird. It was actually kind of fun. It was actually kind of funny though too, because when they announced it, the people are like, they were happy, they were psyched to see it. They was like, oh, it's going to be on Meta, and they're like, oh.
And there goes all the air in the room.
Just deflated, It's like, oh god, here we go.
For me, the big things really that I'm looking forward to is Once Human. If you know me, I've played it, in the testing phase and stuff like that. So like, I love it as a survival game. The story is fun and interesting. There's a lot there that they can do with it. So I'm excited for that. And the First Descendant. I played a bit of that I missed the last test that they did, but I was a part of the previous test. And like, in terms of looter shooters, it felt like it checked a lot of the boxes off in terms of there being an actual story, the loot variety that I was getting. I don't know. Again, you don't really know about how good a game like that is until you've gotten to the end game, and then you're doing the loop and seeing what the loop's about, or how fresh, they deliver content, having some sort of roadmap or whatever. So I haven't looked into it. Now that I have an official date, I can start putting my mind on it and like, all right, let me look in and try to plan some stuff out, because I really enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, cool. it was solid. I'll check out the Microsoft stuff tomorrow, and I'm just catching videos, just kind of recapping whatever they have. But I don't feel like I have. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing anything not watching it. I can catch a recap.
Power World. Oh, the update of Power World is going to happen June 27th. So, so far they said that. Yeah. So far Yeah, they said that it's going to be a new island, tons of new pals and subspecies, challenge a new raid, and hard mode bosses, plunder an enemy plunder an enemy oil rig, expanded buildings, new level cap, and more. Xbox dedicated servers, so I don't think crossplay is happening. Not yet.
I don't know. So, I thought that meant that maybe it would be, because that was the issues, that they didn't have dedicated servers.
Oh, was there?
Yes, originally. So if you purchased it through Microsoft Game Pass, like you purchased the game, or if you got it through Xbox Game Pass, you could only have a 4-person team because they didn't have enough dedicated servers at the time. I think that is what was changing, and that was what they meant by crossplay originally. So whether you purchase the game outright or if you had Xbox Game Pass, you could do that in crossplay. I just looked it up and I was like, is Steam in the Xbox, whether it's Game Pass or outright purchased through the Microsoft Store, will it crossplay? It was like,
Interesting.
Oh, it still won't?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible.
That's Exoprimal all over again.
So the
difference with Exoprimals in this is the fact that Exoprimal was fully released. This game is still in early access, so they're building the game up.
So maybe it's something that exactly. Maybe it's something that they bring.
Right.
One of the big points to me though is, and this is one of my, I wouldn't say necessarily issues, but this is why I eventually get bored with games like these. There's no kind of story or anything. It's like Monster Hunter World for me. It's like, what's the point? I'm gonna do all this stuff to get a new hat. Like,
yep.
This does nothing. This does nothing. Like, I don't. There's no story I'm following. There's no, you know what I mean. There's other things where, like, you know, again, I would like to be able to create my own base and still be in a clan. That's stupid that I can't. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like, let me have my own individual things. Don't contain me within a stuff. So there's still a lot of work to be done, but this is quite a significant update in terms of that game and features and things like that. It's good to see that they are actively working on the game and putting out more content.
Yeah, well, that's a good sign. Especially the amount of content that they're adding for this is definitely a good sign. Especially since it's only been what, 4 months since the early release announcements. So at least you know that they're actively using the money that they got from that to good use. So we'll go with that. So, well, yeah. So Summer Game Fest was a good time. Definitely looking forward to it. Stay tuned for some more announcements probably this week. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming the Microsoft stream tomorrow morning. I believe it's in the morning. Yeah. So we'll and then go from there. So there you go. So anyways, Lex.
My turn. So what he failed to say about Summer Game Fest is that Blumhouse finally unveiled the first game and the ones to come in the future along with it. So they gave us a pretty big roadmap. But first, and I don't know if I just hadn't noticed it previously, like what developers they were working with, but they're working with Half Mermaid out of Brooklyn, Eyes Out, which is an art house game developer in LA, Cozy Game Pals, which is a Steam developer, Perfect Garbage Studios, which does like diverse narrative-driven games, Play Me, which is a mobile game developer, and Vermilia, which was originally part of the Embracer Group acquisition in 2020. So looks like they're not part of the Embracer Group anymore, and they are out of Karlstad, Sweden. I hope I said that properly. I did look up how to say it, but sometimes Google's wrong. So that was really intriguing to me because we were really sad that, you know, a lot of these tinier studios that had to leave Embracer kind of getting screwed over. But the first game to be released is called Fear the Spotlight. Now, I played a game recently that reminds me a lot of this, and I got Scorp Kitty, and I went over and played it with her, that this kind of reminds me of. So basically, it's a third-person horror game. You're following Amy and Vivian into the school after hours when a seance goes wrong. You solve tactical puzzles, but most importantly, stay out of the light. So this is right up my alley, along with the games later to be released, a life sim called Grave Seasons, which mashes up the quaint farming of Stardew Valley with a serial killer murder mystery, which is funny to me because recently Dust tried to tell me that Stardew Valley was actually a super dark game if you discovered certain things about it. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I did like a Reddit deep dive. Couldn't really find any findings of this, so I think he's lying to me. The next game, now I don't know, in what order these 3 games are coming out. So there's Grave Seasons, a sim, Sleep Awake, which is a first-person psychedelic horror game set in the future, which actually looks like it's going to be a Smitty's alley. And then Chrysal Theater of Idols, first-person horror and action game where your only weapon is your blood, and how much are you willing to sacrifice? Which I took notes. All sounds super interesting to me. I'm excited. I like what Blumhouse puts out. If you don't know, they are the people that put out the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, the movie called Megan, which I watched with Schmitty's little ones.
You watched that with the Smitty's kids?
The littlest suggested it, and then the older said, yeah, let's do that. And I'm texting Squirt Kitty like, is this okay? She's like, yeah, it's totally cool. Are we sure about this? So yeah, I was the one that was spooked. I mean, I was playing it up a little, but the little was comforting me, which was fantastic. So yeah, they put out a lot of really good movies. And then A24 kind of spun off of that. But yeah, I was really excited when they had announced that last year. And we weren't sure, are they making their own studio? Are they working with other studios? We didn't have a lot of information. So it's kind of cool that like not only are they releasing these games in production with these companies, but they're working with a really well-rounded group. So there's going to kind of be a little bit of everything, not just the horror. It looks like you're going to get a mobile game at some point. So I'm really intrigued at what they're going to put out in the future, because obviously I like my horror games, but these look really good. And I don't like just sometimes, having like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre is fun and fine and dandy, but like there's times when I want to play like an old school feeling game it's horror, but it's mostly puzzles and this, that, and the other. I like a little nuance to my games. So I'm very excited about this. What did you guys think? Did you see the Blumhouse announcement at all?
I didn't. I saw that, or I either that, or I like read a report or something. It was in a report. But my thing is, all right. If you can clarify, are they helping? They're not developing. They're publishing it.
They're publishing.
Yeah.
Yes. So they're the ones publishing, but they are working with these studios, and they all seem to be very small studios, which I like. Sometimes you get worried in situations like that with like a conglomerate working with a smaller developer. Like, are they going to screw them over? Like, we have to watch things play out before we can kind of make our judgments on those things. But yeah, it looks like they're the ones publishing it versus, these other companies that they're working with. And it looks like, oh gosh, which one was it? Cozy Game Pals. They're a Steam developer. So they're exclusively throwing things up on Steam, it looks like, for Blumhouse, which is really neat. So
yeah. I think it's interesting because I always feel like it's there's so much, especially now, kind of melting and of media in general, and how people are getting them, how they're produced, how they're published, all that stuff. So I'm kind of surprised that we haven't really seen more companies leaning into that, especially looking at the stats of the video game industry, how much money is there. It kind of surprised me we don't see more of that, like film or whatever in the game genre. We're seeing it more and more, and companies like investing and putting things into this. So I love it. I think time will tell in terms of, especially with them being the publisher, how they price it. I think pricing is going to be something about it. We'll look at the marketing of it. I think that will be interesting to see, because they've already gotten in-house, production company and video, so seeing how much some of that stuff kind of translates, excuse me, into their marketing and how they go about it. And I think it'll be a good first step in, them kind of being like, here we are as a publisher world, do you like this or not? And I think it also, as a brand in totality, could be huge for their brand, because that then can drive people to go and watch their films. So they're just, we're seeing that expansion and growth from them, and just utilization of the video game industry and communities, and that melting together. I think it's really smart on their part.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do it right, I totally agree.
Yeah.
So as far as pricing, this could absolutely be wrong. I had to use the Wayback Machine. So it looks like Fear the Spotlight will be released on Steam September 15th. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm seeing 2 price ranges here. So $9.95 or $11.99.
All right, so indie prices.
They could be both prices. Like, one of them could be just the game itself, and the other one could be the one with a little bit of extra features, like soundtrack or something like that.
Yeah.
But
I could be absolutely wrong and it'd be $30, but that's what the Wayback Machine is telling me. So don't quote me on it, but
most of these games that Blumhouse is doing, I think, are super indie. And I think that to kind of get their foot, not necessarily a foot in the door, but rather to kind of keep the brand of what Blumhouse is making themselves to be, which is like, the horror brand essentially. I think I like the fact that they're embracing it and trying a different kind of medium to keep up with their with the bigger picture of, like, because when you think of Blumhouse, you're thinking of all the films that they've done, like Five Nights at Freddy, Megan, and some other ones. I mean, they're making Five Nights at Freddy 2 here. They announced yesterday. So it's cool. I'm definitely am for it, and I like the fact that they're diversing their library, their overall portfolio library, of saying, hey, we're not just a movie company, we're also supporting indie developers to get their visions out, and then we're going to help them publish it out. I mean, taking a piece of a little bit of that pie, but we are nonetheless doing it, So yeah, I mean, I think that would be a great. I think this is. I mean, I don't see any downside of any of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same. Unless we find out later down the line from one of the developers, like, we got screwed on a payment or whatever. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I have a really good feeling about this.
They're smart as a brand. They they know, they know what they're doing, I feel like. And I feel like even just what everything that you're saying, it's like, oh yeah, that's all part of their brand. Indie people coming together, giving you different styles, but within that, little really addressing the subgenres of a niche genre.
Which I appreciate, because I like puzzle games, but I like the horror aspect into it. And like with Fear the Spotlight, they, in Steam, it'll say similar games to. They're giving Outlast Trials and Little Nightmares as their 2 similars, which I found really interesting, because if you look at, we showed the video, it looks very, very much like a game I played with Scorp Kitty, and now I can't remember the dang game.
I'll ask her.
It was a PlayStation 1 style game. Yeah, is it on this computer? Oh, the TARDIS key. Which that company, thank you for sending me that, by the way. I've played it like 6 times. I like that game.
So, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's going to be, I mean, am I going to play it? Probably not, but like,
don't speak too soon, because I think Crystal Theater of Idols is totally up your alley.
I saw that too. I mean, like, I wasn't.
I'll watch you play.
Yeah, I'm just watch
I'm not
you
playing
play.
that one. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's very Dark Soulsy to me, and I'm like, I don't know if I have the time and energy for that.
We'll see. But no, it's cool. No, I mean, it's cool. Like, it's good to see. I hope Blumhouse. Do you know one company that has blown up, like, that I was noticing? Netflix games, man.
Really?
Like, yeah, there's so many games that they have their hands in. I was like, I totally underestimated it. Like,
this is part of Summerfest.
And they're working on native usage within the Netflix act.
Netflix.
I have that around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
you have no idea. Like indie game. Well, first of all, I have a friend that works in Netflix games, and but what? he says that like the amount of like no one knows the amount of developing studios Netflix owns, because they've been on the DL, like for the most part they've been on the DL, and then the studios that they're usually picking up and acquiring is usually for phone games and stuff normally. But at the same time, at the same time, those same companies are also doing indie projects for PC and stuff like that, and then they're also going to be supporting that stuff to say, oh yeah, you can sell it on Steam, but you can also, but we're gonna put it on the servers as well, the AWS servers and stuff that they use, and provide it as a free game for people to play, like on the if you have a Netflix account. And I'm like, holy crap, yeah. But dude, like I am so surprised, like how many games said this is a Netflix game. Like you'd be surprised. Yeah, just keep an eye on them.
Yo, they've been working silently.
Yeah,
I wonder if they have like I want to say offshore account. That's not what the term, but similarly, where like they are for their gaming section under a different name for the contracts they sign, so that we're not seeing that right in the open. You know what I mean? For it to
I don't think that they're trying to hide anything.
They're hiding anything. Yeah.
I just think it's just kind of floating underneath everybody's radar.
I don't think, Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that most people, when people think of Netflix, they're not thinking of gaming. They think of movies, and they also think of like streaming services. But then when you see the studio, and then you see, then you see the logo next to it, Netflix Games next to it, you're like, holy crap, really? They own,
Netflix, you know what that logo looks like.
Yeah. So
and
so
they've
like
just been working, they're just working and building it up. I remember when we talked about this, when we first started hearing about it, it was just like, oh man, I was like, that's great and all, but like the interface of it is terrible. You got to go outside and go to the app store and do this. For them to have it directly in, not only this, but the other thing that's important is what's happening over in the EU and UK with their Digital Markets Act or Marketing Act or Markets Act. I'm sorry, will at least pave the way for Netflix to be able to do in-app stuff if they were to do this. It's like everything else. Feed it to the people, get them addicted, and then start charging them. You know what I mean? Eventually, I think it might. I'm just saying that's a bit of ways. They're just baby step building it, and I love seeing them. They've been just putting. They're not talking about it. They're just being about it.
Yeah, they're basically just going in their own lane and just working with what they're working with. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I guess they could be like, yeah, we could afford losses and stuff if we needed to, but no, they're just doing their thing, man. So, anyways, but keep an eye out, man. Like, won't be surprised. It's like, oh, Netflix games is it's owned by Netflix. So yeah. Anyways, Smitty, why don't you close us out? What is your topic?
Yeah, speaking of things that we've talked about or other times, I know that here, at least back in February, and this is, let's take it a little further back. We talked about it when the PSVR 2 was first announced, and this is no surprise to anybody. Sony and PlayStation has always been very much about proprietary accessories, which is a pain in the you-know-what if you've had to try to get their camera or any of that stuff. So PSVR 2, of course, is proprietary to PlayStation 5.
Oh, no.
Out the gate, we were like, that's a mistake. That's a big problem, especially in the VR space, which is already in itself a niche space. They were moving like we were still in COVID times. Them times are, you know what I mean? Like that was like, it ain't like that. The industry isn't like that. So they announced we're working on compatibility with PC. Now, this is just me put on my tinfoil hat. But I feel like this was kind of a ploy because ain't no way. When's the last time you saw somebody say, "Hey, we're working on this thing," and then 4 or 5 months later, you're saying, "Here's the release date of it. It's coming in August." I think August 17th or 7th. I can't remember exactly. I feel like they probably already, I feel like, had something in the can. The big caveat about this is that it's not an easy way to do it. You have to buy a proprietary box from them that essentially is a display port that connects from the PSVR 2 directly into you or into your PC, into this box, which this box then display ports into your PC as an out, so you're able to then play Steam VR games on your PlayStation VR 2. So it's just like, man, it's like you guys made it so it couldn't do it, and you say if you want to play them games, it's gonna cost you 60 ducats. So that's kind of lame. It's just like, it's not surprising at all the route that they are going with this, but it's like, why do you guys like literally
hate money?
It's the person that it's the people that I'm gonna create a problem and the fix for the problem.
Right. I think they got themselves in the corner. I think because of because I think there were they put themselves in the corner itself on the whole situation with the PSVR because of two factors. One of the biggest factors is that they closed most of their first party studios down that were working on VR games, and when they did that was going to show. I mean, on the outside, it's showing that Sony isn't thinking of in the long run that PSVR is going to be as marketable as they thought that was going to be for longest of time. But yet at the same time, they decided that they thought it was a good idea to release a $500 virtual machine, a virtual machine that was supposed to be like the next for their VR brand, and unfortunately it failed. I mean, it legitimately failed for the most part. So I think that because I mean there was definitely an uproar of PSVR 2 owners that were saying, what are we gonna do? I mean, this thing is gonna be basically useless if y'all not gonna be supporting these kind of crazy games and stuff. We still want to use it. Excuse me. And now I think they kind of responded back on when it came to that, to be like, wow, these people already spent $500 on a system, let alone like $500 on a system that wasn't really a true system unless you had a PS5 with it, so you had to spend another $500 to for it to work correctly. And then
wait a second, step back. Did you just say that the PSVR only works if you already have a PlayStation 5? I thought it could work on its own. It only works.
No, you have to have a PS5 for it to play.
So it's essentially $1,000.
Yeah.
Well, plus tax, you're looking at 12 something.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna say, well, we fixed it. Here's a $60 fix so you can port it to your PC. Do you also still have to have a PlayStation
No, you just need that $60 adapter for it, but like, to be honest with you, like if they need it, like they really should give this to the people themselves. But hey, this is this.
I'm sure they have a short list of all the people that own the VR. Just mail it to them.
The specs aren't even the same though.
What?
Through this display port, you would not get as good quality as if you were playing PS5 natively as well. So there's only so much,
there's a
that
half-ass
is
fix.
But this is the same, and to be honest with you, this is the same company that also is charging people to pay for a vertical or horizontal stand for the new generation of the PS5 that didn't change anything. So it's not surprising.
I'm sorry. And we already know too that they stopped production on the PSVR 2 because of the low sales number. So that was reported here, like I want to say like a month or so ago.
Yeah.
So we knew and we called it that they were going to be struggling to get these things off the shelf. And again, why this wasn't out the gate, we could see money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tall tale, man. Like, dude, no one was gonna dish out. I mean, like, there were obviously people that dished out some for it, but God, dude, that's a tall order. When you're hitting over $1,000 for thing, you're hitting PC pricing at that point. And it's like, why would I deal with that? Go out of my way just to spend this much just to get a hedge visor to.
It's like the Apple Vision Pro, dude.
Yeah,
it's like, and at $3,500, like, y'all thought that it's like, clearly you guys didn't read the room.
It's ridiculous.
And the economy, because that is, I mean, that thing alone has already dropped $1,000.
Oh, it did?
Oh, funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So
I mean,
especially something niche, it's not there yet commercially. The best thing that was out there was Quest, when they had it in such an obviously the pandemic helped boost those numbers, but people were buying them and getting them because we were all stuck indoors. Let's get this novelty thing that will sit there and collect dust now that things have normalized.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That was a lot of our gyms during the pandemic. Yeah,
and there's still uses for it, but like, we're just honestly, we're just not there. We're not there.
No. Well, and here's the thing too. Like, we have a VR. I love our VR headset. Here's the problem. I'm little. I'm 5 feet. If you can't tell, these two are monsters standing next to me, and they're average human beings. So getting that thing to fit on my head comfortably is just, it's not there. Even with attachments and things. But I have the Help Wanted 2, which is a Five Nights at Freddy's game. Yeah. I played it twice, and I told Adam, I was like, man, I just really wish this was on like PC. And he goes, oh, well, don't worry. If you purchase the game, you'll get the PC version of this in like 6 months. I was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I like the thought of VR. And then once I'm in it, I'm just... For workouts during COVID, it was great. I could play my little music game, get some cardio in, and feel better. Now, I think the cat plays with it more than we do. You know?
Yeah. So I mean, is it like? I guess it's a good thing that to say at least to give you the option for it to not be a total brick. You can actually use it for your PC if you want to, but at the same time, it's like. Dude, we knew this was gonna go one way or the other, and
this is just like the camera issue with the PlayStation 4. That's how I started streaming. Do you know how hard it was to find one of them suckers?
The PS4 camera?
The PS4 camera. Best Buy. I got in with the Geek Squad over there because a couple of them used to work for Circuit City on the Fire Dog team up at another location. And I went in, I was like, man, you guys, like, I need a camera for my PlayStation 4. They're like, good luck. There's like a shortage right now because it's proprietary. I was like, I know. If one comes in used, will you call me? And they did. But it took like 2 months. And that's how I started streaming in 2018. I got a camera. I would set it up on books. I would open one of my like sock drawers and like stack my books and my camera. And God forbid a cat came in the room. It was over, you know? Yeah. But I just don't understand why they knew there was going to be a problem. They already had the fix for it. I'm telling you right now. And now it's a little too late. Sorry, you missed that boat. What okay.
Well, like I said,
I feel bad for people that bought in.
Yeah. On it. I don't feel bad at all. Like, I really don't. Like, hey, listen,
them kids.
You had you had the extra income, and then wanting to think that like, dude, right. Like. It's writing on the wall with what they were doing with like what the games that were coming out on PSVR itself. That, I mean, and don't get me wrong, there were some good games on there, but to say I'm going to spend $500 on this thing, if you had the money to say yes, I'm going to pay $500 for this thing, and then deal with it and stuff, and then at the same time you were complaining that you can't play it on PC, that's on you, man. Like you dug yourself to believe that Sony knew what they were going to do, or that they were going to back it up. So I mean, and now with this adapter, it's like, at least, like I said, at least you don't have to find a jerry rig way to to get it working on your on your PC.
True.
You know, so there you go. So hey, it is what
Davis
it is.
basically just said, "You're adults. If you got involved with the cult, that's your fault.
It's on you.
It's
Dude,
on
you, big
Government
dog.
ain't coming
If
to
you
help
see
you.
a child, if a child is the one that bought it or that did it, but let's face it, there's no way in hell that was the case. I don't believe that the kid just openly said I want to get PSVR 2 and then they're like, here you go. No, these are all adults that are doing this stuff. So there you go. Oh man, but anyways, folks, thank you for listening to episode number 222 of the CFG Gamecast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. As always, we will be back again next week with a whole new set of topics and stuff. But if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly all right. We do release this episode. We release each and every episode at the beginning of each and every week. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices. Guys, also be sure to check out our website confixgeeks.com and check out the stream tomorrow for the Microsoft stream for the show, the Microsoft showcase that on our Twitch page, CFG Games on Twitch. So once again, this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing out. Y'all take it easy.
Okay, we love. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I heard some sort of noise. I don't know what that meant. I had.
Well, did you?
I must have been in my headphones only. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't hear it either.
Oh, yeah, this is a me problem. What? Computer, please tell me what happened.
Ma'am, so so we'll see how this
That was a good.
I don't know.
Y'all.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect on the for the Microsoft conference. So that's the one thing I'm worried about.
I feel like I haven't heard much. They've been pretty quiet.
You know, the one thing they need to do though, because right now we've given them time to start releasing like those studios that they bought 4 years ago, like Obsidian and stuff like that. You know, they need like they now have time. They should at least start showing the fruits of their labor, at least.
And there should
on
be
what it is,
3 powerhouses minimum,
or something, or Fable.
I've got no expectations going in.
Yeah.
They're
who made Little Nightmares? Or YouTube went out. Was that on purpose?
No.
Wait, what?
Oh, never mind. It's back. Hold on, let me Google.
Oh my gosh, I interviewed somebody from there. It starts with a T, I think.
I don't know.
Tertier.
A game that's supposed to come out on Microsoft side? I don't know.
I got delayed. What?
Tertier is the publisher of Little Nightmares, and they
released a new Silent Hill game. They didn't announce a new Silent Hill game not that long ago, like earlier this year.
The remastering, which looks good. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So, well, no, not that one. There was a brand new one that they were coming out too.
Hey, shut up about the Taco Bell. It sucks.
A Cheez-It Supreme Taco. What?
Yeah, and they've got the little taco salad on like a Cheez-It. Yeah, don't do it. It's not that great.
That does not sound. That doesn't sound good at all.
It's a giant Cheez-It. The cracker is stable. You don't know. Adam, just order it. Order it tonight for dinner. I'll eat leftovers. I'll want to watch you eat this thing and be so disappointed.
Record a video of it. Post it everywhere.
All of the socials. He doesn't. It's so funny. Someone recently reached out and they're like, so I know that you're dating somebody for many years now, right? It's the same person. Like, why don't they have socials? I was like, they do. You just can't find them. And that's how I like it.
Yeah.
That's probably how he likes it too.
What's his last name? None your business. If he doesn't put it out there.
I'm like, like, what do you like? Kind of like, like, what?
And they try to play it off like, well, what will your last name be when you guys get married? I was like, I'm thinking he's taking mine. So, Nunya.
I'm going to choose Clubber Lang.
Crazy that. Yeah. Who even asks questions like that? Who asks people questions like that? It's just weird.
Fucking be surprised, dude.
It's weird. Like, dude, I don't know you. You are a.
I went to high school with this person, and they were
so
just being nosy. Yeah. Well, I went to elementary with them too, but
I got you.
they're being real nosy, and they're like, "What is his parents' name?" I'm like, "I'm not telling you shit. Like, if their socials don't give you enough info, that's on you. Like, get to know him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's online playing games all the time. Figure it out."
That's true. You know, I can't even remember how I actually figured out what his last name was, but it wasn't directly.
You figured out his mom's maiden name, and when you said that name, I was like, close. What? I mean, he's part of that family, and then I think I told you what his last name was.
I don't think that was me. Nah, that wasn't me. I can't remember because like I don't think I asked you either. I don't remember. Maybe I did ask you or something like that. I can't remember.
Do you want to weigh in?
Well, anyways, yeah, it's crazy.
He's like, I don't care.
Huberlang? I don't know. I don't get that reference.
Oh, Rocky, man.
Would you call him a Gooberlang?
Clubberlang.
No. Clubberlang?
Mr. T's character from Rocky.
Yeah, you guys are gonna kill me. I've never seen any of the Rockies.
Oh,
what?
God.
I watched them as an adult.
I know pieces, and I've seen bits and pieces of Rocky, but I don't remember actually ever watching. Here's the thing, like I don't know that I've ever actually fully watched a Sylvester Stallone movie. I've never seen the Rambo scene.
You never watched Judge Dredd?
I did watch Judge Dredd. I did.
I haven't seen. I've seen bits and pieces of Rambo, but I feel like that's a childhood memory, like sitting next to my dad on the couch kind of thing. So maybe it was like a commercial.
The picture is starting to be much clearer now. Yes, I agree. That's. Oh my God! I can understand not watching.
I never got around to them. I know pieces.
I sat down one weekend and watched all of them. I was like,
"Did
you? What about?
Okay,
I should do that.
I haven't seen Terminator.
What up, Sano?
You haven't seen Terminator?
Wait, the first one?
Or any of them? Any of them?
Yeah, that's.
I've seen clips.
We gotta watch them. We gotta watch them. I love the Terminators. Yeah.
That's bad. That's just bad.
That is bad.
You have to watch. You have to at least like Terminator 1 is tolerable on not watching. I didn't watch
Terminator 2.
I never watched. I have never watched. Like it took me like after like I watched Terminator 2 before I watched Terminator 1, and then the time I watched. Yeah, and then by the time I watched Terminator 2, Terminator 1 was literally like maybe 5 or 6 years after I watched Terminator 2. So yeah, I didn't like. Yeah, but still, I mean, dude, Terminator 1 was nowhere near as good of a movie as 2. Or no, I'm sorry, Terminator 1 was nowhere near as good of a movie as Terminator 2.
Okay,
I have to say that's one of the few sequels that was really good.
The little boy from Terminator. He, as a grown-up in like the Terminator series, that has a movie like John something.
What?
Is that right?
What are you talking about? The first Terminator was better than all of them, and then they messed them up. You're crazy, Tim.
He also has 10 children, so you know.
No, Terminator 2.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I remember like a sand pit thing situation.
I have not watched any of Creed because I haven't watched any of the other movies.
Oh, Creed's good. I've seen that.
It is clear that Smitty does not like boxing. That is what it is. I mean,
I do like boxing.
You clearly do not. I mean,
I like Mike Tyson, but boxing.
Oh no, he means boxing.
No, either way.
No, I'm talking about boxing movies or any of that nonsense. You clearly don't.
Of boxing, I can't wait for Mike Tyson to knock out Jake Paul.
I don't know.
No, that's not happening.
No, I know they're postponing it because he's having some health.
Did they postpone? They postponed. No, did they cancel it? Oh wow!
They canceled the date, but they're saying that the fight's gonna happen. We just have to, you know. But that man is gonna rock his world, and I'm just gonna sit there going.
I hope so.
Wow, they postponed it a long time too. November 15th. Man, you're gonna go.
So something's gonna have to happen.
Well, I mean, dude, if he has a health issue, you can't. I mean, it's like you can't force a person to fight.
Yeah,
it's like, do you have a heart attack, and then it's just like.
Put a pacemaker and I'm still throwing him out. You're good.
It's like, man, you should have gotten that. You should have had that heart attack before you signed this contract. wheel him onto the.
If he does not beat him, I will lose all respect for him.
Dude, come on, man.
He's an old
what do you mean,
man.
how?
Stop.
Dude, he's 60 years old, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Mike Tyson.
I know,
dude,
but
okay, listen, man.
That's like sending an old Olympian back into the Olympics to the now times. Stop.
Dude, do you remember?
Because Jake Paul is not an Olympian.
I know they're boxers, but I'm saying like a 50-year-old, like
Smitty. I'm saying this. Do you remember when George Foreman was in his late before he retired permanently, and then they decided to kind of give him those comical fights and stuff to kind of be like to remember him. Like, I hate to say that, I'm saying it is a possibility that Jake Paul will win. Do I want that to happen? Hell no. Do I want to see Mike Tyson to get to knock him out? Hell yes. But at the same time, I will not be surprised if Jake Paul or if either he never does it, or it has to be done by unanimous decision, because he is 60 years old, man. Over a 30 something year old dude that's been I'm sorry, I don't know.
Have you watched any of the training videos or anything?
Oh yeah. No, I've seen the training videos. He's definitely
pretty well for his 60s.
His Foreman stuff is freaking scary on the fact that he still has it. But I'm just saying though, like still Father Time. He's still nowhere. He's still a shell of what he was like when he was like 18 and stuff. You know, he was
like his 40 years down the road.
Yeah, he was flat out scary when he was at 18, when 18 and up. So that was really funny.
I think Jake Paul is gonna do something fucking stupid and say something about Mike Tyson's daughter on like Twitter or some shit, and then the fight's gonna happen. And Mike Tyson is going to rock his world. That's my hope.
I don't hope that any kind of line.
You never want to mess with
Mike Tyson, regardless.
Mental. I think their IQ is in the pond. They're in the negatives to me. Listen though, those boys have enough money to get themselves the best of the best to train and all that crap. I don't like him. I want to see him knocked out. But Big Tim's kind of he's like, there might be a draw. There could be.
Yeah, I think. Like I said, I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised that there's not going to be a KO. I wish we're hoping there is going to be a KO on Tyson, like to Tyson to knock out Jake Paul. But at the same time, though, I will not be surprised that just like, you know what, I'm going to come across to the fight just kind of like I have the expectations of a Roy Jones. Mayweather fight.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Yeah, because Mayweather never. Well, he's not aggressive. What he does is like he goes by points and he goes by defense. That's all he does. And then and you know what? That's his strategy. That's how he's a mega millionaire in his style and stuff. Like he's incredibly technical. Like so be it. But I will not be surprised that he's not going to go, because to go with it. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But the moral of the story is Smitty, watch fucking Rocky.
We would have made some Rocky analogies that you would have understood had you watched the series.
Watch it eventually.
Adrian. That's my Rocky impression. You're all welcome.
No, you're not, dude. It's 2024. The movie came out in 1977. So no.
77, really?
Yes, the first one did.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You're gonna watch it eventually. I don't believe one damn word that you say to me.
I'll watch it. Well, maybe. Probably.
You know, it's funny when I went to watch.
You gotta watch at least 4.
Yeah, that one's good. My dad, he goes, you might have a hard time understanding him. I watched it. I understood him clear as day. And I went back and reported to my dad. And he goes, how could you understand him? I go, he sounds just like your brother. What do you mean? We're Italian. Like, our family's from New York. You guys are first generation. I understood all of it. And there was no accent. Okay? Like, that was easy peasy lemon squeezy for me. So
hilarious.
It's just freaking, it's crazy, dude. Like, no, definitely sit down and watch it, man. I mean,
good. Do it today.
Yeah.
It'll go on the list.
Keep time.
It'll go on the list.
Okay, so we're never gonna see that.
Yeah.
Can they watch it?
Well, can they watch it? Says the person that showed them Megan.
Okay, I didn't show them Megan. They showed me Megan. Both of them had already watched it.
That doesn't make it any better.
They already watched it. And then we didn't get to finish it, so I came home and put it on. And Dust, of course, comes walking in with his little cup and his vape and his juice and all. And he's like, "Oh man!"
Okay, that
and
still
then sat
doesn't make
down
it
and
any
watched it with
better.
me.
I'm just saying that, like, overall, that it's just like, hey, if they can watch Megan, they can freaking watch Rocky.
No, but I'm trying to think of like sex scenes. Like
there wasn't any sex scenes in Rocky.
There is.
There was absolutely none.
Okay.
Yeah, it was him getting beat. Yeah, I know. Smitty's like,
things like Demon Slayer and stuff like that. They're fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're fine.
I remember being like 4, and my aunt showed us Freddy Krueger or Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, there's a lot of sex and nakedness in
that. Yeah, that was a little. That is incredibly traumatic.
On the ceiling.
That was the 80s, baby.
Nikki.
Like anything went in the 80s.
They didn't care.
Then that titty jiggle up on the ceiling across those walls was all there. That is traumatic. I'm so sorry for you. That's like when I watched
the studios. The studios was like, "How much money are we going to be putting in this project? Oh, we only have like $400. Oh, okay, we got enough." There's like,
you're right. There is in Creed.
Here's a van and a camcorder. That's all you need. It's like, right? It's like, okay, there you go. It's like nothing. That's what we got for like so many of those B-rated movies, like Killer Clowns and all that nonsense.
Hey.
You know. What? Hey. They are B-rated movies.
Watching people
Killer Clowns from
that game. That's pretty good. That looks pretty good.
I'm waiting for a few little updates, and then I will be playing that.
I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I'm gonna just do what I always do.
No hanky panky in the.
Be done.
Yeah, I know.
No hanky panky in Rocky, but there was in Creed. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, there were definitely. Yeah, but it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't even that bad in Creed. So like, yeah, because Creed was rated was PG-13.
He
like
also the older, covers her. I think she's maybe topless, but you don't see anything because he blocks her with his body.
The like PG-13 now, and then but back in the day,
it's not about actually seeing anything. It's about the.
It's a simulation. Yeah, I don't think you see the whole simulated.
Like back in the day, like Rocky was considered to be rated R, but it wasn't like sexual in any way. It was just the gore, not the gore, but it's dudes like literally pummeling each other. These boxes are professional boxes, but the first thing that they can't do is block.
Have you seen the behind the scenes?
They were taking those hits straight in the face.
No, they were. I mean, Stallone got messed up for a long time from doing all the Rocky movies because he was taking hits to the face.
I can't believe you haven't watched Sylvester Stallone movies, dude.
It's so good. What is wrong with you? I thought we were friends.
Did you watch Demolition Man?
Of course I watched Demolition Man.
What do you mean, of course you watched Demolition Man? I'm asking, like, you said you haven't seen Stallone movies.
So,
I know. No, sorry. I think I misquoted. I think those are the two. Rockies and Rambo.
I haven't seen much of Rambo.
I haven't seen any of those.
I've seen a commercial, I think.
To be fair, I haven't seen
of them. I know quotes from them. I know music, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But those two, I just have never watched. Like, I have just never watched them.
To be fair, I never watched the Rambo movie until the last Rambo movie that ever came out, which was like 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember the name of it. I have not watched any of the other Rambos at all, so I understand
That's
that.
Insane.
Yeah.
Wait, you watched them out of order?
With the fourth one, that's crazy.
Right.
That was that was the sixth one that I watched. Yeah. I was like,
I don't know how many Rambos there are. I didn't realize there was that many.
Yeah. Well, they originally stopped at 3. And then for the longest of time, Sylvester Stallone brought him back like in the 2000s, like in the 2010s.
Yeah.
And then he did like 3 more with those, and I was like, oh, okay. I watched the last one of the new set. I never watched the older ones or anything because it didn't make any sense to me. I didn't care at the I didn't care about Rambo. I wasn't a big fan of him. We were a fan of it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's how. Yeah, no, I get it. Interesting.
Did you watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and 3?
Oh, yes. Obviously. And yeah, I've seen Expendables. I think most of the Expendables.
Not the new one? Not the one with Megan Fox or whatever? Oh, that one was.
I don't think so.
Oh,
isn't it what's his name? Aquaman that played the villain?
Oh,
yes.
That's Adam's boyfriend.
No.
That was Fast and Furious.
That was Fast and Furious.
Yeah. I stopped watching that. I
need to rewatch. I watched like 2 after Tokyo Drift, but I don't remember. So I keep I'm like, one of these days that I'm sick in bed, for 3 days, I'm just gonna watch all the Fast and Furious movies.
Did you guys get a chance to watch the movie? I don't know what that is. Oh, If? I have not seen If yet.
I have not either.
My friend went and saw it 3 times. She said it was so good.
You should definitely take the kids for that one.
1 with the kids and 2 without the kids. Yeah. Just her and her husband.
That and
it's her imaginary friend. It's
Ryan Reynolds.
I didn't even realize.
Blunt's husband from The Office.
Right. No.
John Krasinski.
Reynolds.
John Krasinski. Thank you.
Oh.
Is that his real name or his name in The Office? No, it's not. Shut up. We've already had this conversation. Yep. Never mind.
And then what's it called? What's coming out this week? That's Disney. That one.
Acolyte?
No, that came out last week.
The Pixar movie.
Yes. Oh my God.
Inside Out 2?
Inside Out 2, yes.
I hated the first one.
We will be what?
Okay, listen. I was in a drug-fueled daze. I had just had my 2nd brain surgery, and that was the only thing that would work on the TV in my room. And so everyone, to have background noise when they would hang out in my room, they would turn the TV on so they didn't hear the beeps of all my machines, because that was giving me anxiety because I was being double dosed with 1 medication twice. And so I was like having a psychedelic trip experience. It was not good. And I still don't want to watch the old one. I do want to see the new one though. I like the anxiety character. He's funny. He looks.
Wait, y'all heard what the showrunner is saying about Acolyte? You will clearly have a better experience than that, Smitty. Jesus, that would be.
Wait, what?
Then my drug fueled.
Yeah, I mean, yes, definitely have a better experience than that.
Yeah, everybody loves Inside Out, and I wish I could feel that for y'all. But I think I'm gonna really like Inside Out too. I just don't want to what was
What are they saying about the Acolyte? That's what I'm wanting to know.
Yeah. What's this Acolyte news? I am not familiar.
Do not leave us hanging.
I know some of the stuff that I've been seeing on like Twitter and stuff like that about they went really weird. There's a lot of hate, and then like the showrunner, I think they were slated to do other projects, including Marvel, and they basically got let go of all that stuff. And then like there's the weird like Kathleen Kennedy stuff, and then the whole like I don't know. The Star Wars fandom is kind of weird and a little toxic.
I think the problem I think the problem is like they needing to when we grew up, Star Wars was only 3 movies. Yeah. Or maybe at best 6 movies. Let's say 6 movies, because 4, 5, and 6, one to 6, and then plus the remakes. But now Star Wars, like the way that they're trying to promote Star Wars is that they're trying to they're like trying to make it into its own separate universe within the Disney world. Like, I mean, that's why you see so much different things and all these, like, it's to a point that it's oversaturated, because like originally Jedis were rare to see. There wasn't that many left because of what happened because of Order 66. And then now when you see now when they're trying to bring them all back and stuff, and now you're seeing the older stories of all these other Jedis that were never named, or the prequels and all these different things. It's like you're adding so much to something that doesn't need to be added, like that, which all's terrible storytelling, mind you, because I mean, I never really was a fan of how the direction that, like, what they did with 7, 8, and 9 is just a freaking travesty. Like, I was so annoyed by that. Like, they didn't have a direction. They didn't feel like they have a direction. Like, you thought your direction was originally going to be to what's his name, the stormtrooper that turned into to what's called
Boyega's character.
Yeah, Boyega's character. But then at the end, you decided to switch it over to Dameron Poe, and I'm like, what the frick was that? Like, why would you turn them into the like to the general and stuff like that? And then you kept. Then at the same time, Boyega, I cannot remember Boyega's character. His name. But anyways, that his character was getting Jedi powers. And then that was an afterthought. That wasn't even mentioned. Like, oh, I know. And then he has all these different kinds of things. And I'm just like, yeah, you had no direction on this. And then then now that was going to be the movies that was supposed to be the backbone of the whole universe of what's happening now to this day. But then, like, literally, we've had in a matter of 3 months, we had 4 different Star Wars shows. 4 different Star Wars shows that were like easily forgotten. And that just drives me insane. And then plus the new show, The Acolyte, is made by the lead star is the main dude from Squid Games, and I'm just like, what is happening with all of this? You know, that's what like they're totally perversing like the universe in my opinion. Like, and I mean, I'm not a hardcore like Star Wars fan, but like I can totally understand why people are just tired of it. You know.
I mean,
I'm always
down I'm always down for new stories. What I'm not down for is bad storytelling, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I haven't watched any of The Acolyte yet. I saw the stuff, but like, I try to go into something taking it for face value outside of the drama or this person's opinion or that person's opinion, and just be able to form my own, oh, I like this as its own thing, you know, encapsulate it within a show or whatever, or within a story. So, but yeah, I saw that, and I, you know, some of it, like, I don't know how I feel about any of the stuff, because like I can, you know, again, I can, you know, I don't know. Some things I feel like some of it feels a little forced, but at the same time, we know that clearly this is a space opera, essentially.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a diverse amount of aliens and this and that. So like, that's not ever something that I really thought about, I guess. And some of it feels, and again, I don't know what they've said, but like, it feels like there's a little too much of their own, like, oh, I gotta push this in because this is how, you know what I mean? It's like, that's cool.
Well,
but
that's,
like, you know, you don't have to necessarily shove it in everybody's face. Like,
but
just get a good story.
But it feels like they're not making it cook like that, though. That's why it's annoying. Like, for instance, Bad Batch is was a good side story in my opinion. Like when it came out. Yes. Yes. And then also but then at the same time, when Bad Batch, well, the series ended. It's no more Bad Batch anymore. But then in between then, they decided to do what was it called? Short stories of random not the ones with the guest directors and animation and stuff. It's another one that they did that they released about a month ago or a month and a half ago.
Nothing.
Yeah, and then like there was like, oh, here's a side story about Ahsoka when she was in the past and stuff that was kind of scattered in. And I'm like, why are you selling some more stories about this stuff? We already know. Like, I mean, like you made a series of Ahsoka not that long ago already on top of that, right. and things like that. Like, you're just oversaturating it. And then I guess I still haven't seen The Acolyte. I will sit down and watch The Acolyte because I think I might do a spoiler cast of it. But I just think that it's that like the direction that they're going with all of this, because like you're right, if they do stuff like High Republic or Old Republic and stuff like that, I think that would be great, but they're not. But they're still using modern time, which I think that which is really I think is throwing things off in my opinion. Or they're going in between the time when when all the Jedis were being hunted and stuff like that, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so like if they can get themselves out of that, leave that timeline alone at this point, and then decide to say we're either going to do a gigantic prologue and then make a universe out of that. Right. I'm all in, because you could basically make any shit up at that point and just say okay and do what you're wanting to do. Right. But stop putting these side stories or these little trinkets and stuff. You're kind of it feels like you're doing a Kingdom Hearts treatment of like adding all these different like prequels, epilogues, like all these different kinds of things that you're tagging on like throughout the timeline, the Star Wars timeline. And I think that you need to not do that anymore, you know. So that's all I'm saying. You know,
Big Tim, no, they didn't. Soap operas are still a thing on TV.
Yeah, very much so. They happen in the afternoon.
Yep.
The afternoon
between
after
1 and 4.
After The Price is Right. That's all I remember.
I was into a great soap opera for a couple of years there. I can't remember what it's called, but there was like Tabitha was the old lady and she was a witch.
That was not a soap opera.
It was a soap opera, yeah.
No, it wasn't. You're talking about what's it called? I know you're talking about not Genie the Witch, not I Dream of Dream Genie, but no, not Sabrina.
No.
I cannot remember the name of it.
Yes, hold on, I got it.
Bewitched. You're talking about Bewitched, right?
No. Nope, Tamitha and Timmy from the soap opera called Passions.
Oh, okay, Passions.
She turns this like little doll into like a real person named Timmy, and he's a little person. It was fantastic. I was all into that. It was great.
That's hilarious.
Passions was fantastic. We were
Here's
bored,
Here's what I was talking about. Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Jedi, then the Acolyte. Tales of the Empire and Tales of the Jedi came out within the last 60 days. Like those two are
those are shows?
Those are two totally different shows. Yes. Is what I'm saying. It's like, and then that was happening coincidentally when Bad Batch was running at the same time. So I'm saying that's oversaturated. That's what I'm getting. That's what getting annoyed. What gets annoying.
So, I mean, same issue that Marvel was having or is having.
Mm-hmm.
With them overflooding the market with all these shows, like, yo, dude, it's like that's too much info for people to be able to dedicate that much time to different shows, to these little side characters. Like, nothing feels special anymore.
Yeah. Like, I liked when they did the Groot thing with the little like mini show for Groot. That felt like it was like a Christmas special, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that was cool.
For that. That was great.
And there's been some, I love the What If. What If is fantastic.
What If is great. But like the Marvel series that came out with all of the with the 3 Miss Marvel, that movie should have been much bigger than it was because it's fantastic. The Marvels, there you go. I thought that movie was great. I've rewatched it like at least 12 times. Okay.
It was all right. I'm just saying it's okay.
Shut up. I gotta get going, boys.
Right.
It is Smitty's turn to raid. I'm sorry. I've had to pee for a while.
You're good.
And I got girl problems, so it's gonna be a minute if I go to the restroom.
Okay. You don't have to.
Let's here, I got somebody we can
Which show, Mr. Seven Figures? I don't too. What are you talking about? You think I just sit around on my butt all day? I mean I do, but
you called yourself out on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like. Okay.
Listen, hey, I've been like, I've been kicking ass. I've lost over 40 pounds by making since February. So I've been kicking ass, taking names, and reading lots of books.
Yeah.
I also have my summer reading list behind me. Ooh, you know what else I have behind me? Hold on. Am I
You have to let the raid go through, Smitty.
Yeah, no. Isn't she still talking to chat?
I was.
No. I thought you were. I didn't know if you typed it in yet. That's what.
My Rick and Morty box.
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
Ow.
Yeah, I was gonna let her show off her thing before pushing it through. I didn't know
I
there was
got
a
a
whole
Rick and
box.
Morty makeup collection. It's really cool. I would show y'all, but haha, you don't.
Oh, is that the box that they had with the Mr.
Yeah, this is what it
First
all
time.
came in. It's like a lot too. Hold on, I do have like the portal gun. I kept all the packaging because it's cool. But here's the portal gun. But all the packaging, and it's like a little mirror. How fun! I kept all the packaging because even the insides, all the artwork is completely different. Like they really thought this through.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, I'm still not caught up on Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Are you
love their
serious? You got
faces.
to.
I know. I've been
3
working
seconds.
on it.
Bye. Love your faces.
Bye.
All right, see you later.
I love you.
Bye.
That was on Twitch. Thank you so much for coming through Twitter as well.
And you
Appreciate
too.
you guys over there.
Bye,
Yep.
Twitter. We love
All right,
you.
guys. Y'all have